Hello and welcome to Nice and Blue. It's Thursday, May 7th, 7 p.m. Pacific. And tonight we have a very special guest, Troy from Bayou, Bengal FN, joining the channel. He's had a long day. He's been on a couple streams. You were on one earlier today, and then I think you said you were sick last night.
Yeah. I was supposed to go streaming last night, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I was kind of puking everywhere. So I said, well, I guess I'm not doing anything Wednesday night. So, but I'm a lot better now. So.
As long as you weren't on a cruise ship that visited Argentina lately, then I think you're okay.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't want to do that. No hantavirus over here, bro.
No, fuck that shit. leave that alone. So I got a little few things planned, but the main discussion I think we'll start with the fans is about the Saints. But before we get in, let the people know who you are, where they can find you. I got the link to your channel in the description. So if anyone has not subscribed yet, check out Bayou Bengal's channel. Give us a little intro.
I have been creating content for about 4 or 5 years ago. I'm really solely on YouTube. I don't do a lot of other things. I do post some things on Twitter as well, but other than that, I'm solely just over here. I post almost every day or most of the time. I have a problem with that. I can't help it, man. I've got to pump out a lot of videos, and now I'm up to live streaming almost pretty much every day too. So I just love football, fantasy football. I like to meet a lot of people. I like playing some games, betting some money. I mean, I'm kind of an addict at some point. It is what it is. I love it. I've been with it for most of my life, and especially I started in fantasy football way back when I was in the military, and when we were in Iraq and we didn't have any internet, so we had to do everything on paper way back when. So it was one of those things that I developed a love for a long time ago, and now I love diving into numbers and looking things and really looking outside the box. So a lot of my takes really aren't the same as a lot of other people. Just kind of I look at things through a different scope and a different lens, and I've had a lot of success in my life, and I think it's because I don't follow all the sheep in the whole industry, and I kind of do my own thing. But I'm excited to be here, man. Talk to you for a little while. This is actually the first time we actually get to talk face to face, so pretty excited about it, man, and pretty excited about talk some football in general, bro.
Yeah, I really appreciate you coming on, and excited to get your differing opinion. I always respect whether we get into an argument about it or not. I really don't care. Like I welcome the disagreements, and I'm not afraid to admit that I might be wrong on certain things, and having other stances is always nice, but it's always great to have a second opinion going through these lobbies when also someone that streams, like, it's just not the most common thing in the world. So to have that in common in the first place, mad respect to you, man. And again, if anyone has not checked out already, his channel's linked down below in the description, Bayou Bengal FN. And once my cat found out you were a fellow Bengal, she was like, he's kin. He's welcome. Already. We got to say hello to the chat real quick. We got Scott in here. Good evening to you as well. Casey Callow, he's around. Lolsimo, good evening to you. And then Frank Evans, King of Kings, had a dope stream with Whohames earlier today. And then Pepper Tony is in here. Fimpst, again, welcome, my friends. Today, before we draft, I think we're going to go on a little tangent just because we got a Saints fan in here. And maybe you're just going to have me doubling down, but I think you got to talk me off the ledge. I think the Saints are poised to win that division. Do you think I'm like off base? Because we always see, I think last year it was the Bears and the Patriots. They went from 4th to 1st.
Yeah.
The NFC South is already like a crazy winnable division. I mean, the Panthers got it at 8 and 9. So like the Saints were 6 and 11, and they played half the season without Shuck.
Yeah. I'm not going to talk you off the ledge. I'm going to push your ass over it. Like I'm ready. I'm rock and roll. This is some of the most exciting I've had since the year probably after we won the Super Bowl, where I was all up on a high and ready to go. This is probably the most excited I've been since. So yeah, I'm not only going to push you over the ledge, I'll probably just jump over there with you, man. I'm ready to go. I can't wait. And I think we're a lock to win the division. I mean, come on, really. And I'm not saying because I'm a Saints fan, but okay, I might be saying that. But yeah, I love it, man. I'm ready.
I think if you get to 9 wins, it's pretty reasonable to expect you'll at least like be in the tiebreaker conversation.
Yeah.
I feel like their cap situation finally like getting past the hump, like with Taysom Hill off the books right now. Like they got a lot of stuff, I think, coming down the pipe, and I think they're in a really good spot to deliver. So
if I'm not mistaken, I think we're still paying Drew Brees, right? I have to look that up again.
Are they?
But we're very good at Mickey Loomis is our GM, and he's really good at pushing people's contracts and restructuring things to open up holes for a lot of people. And we kind of stopped doing that over the last couple of years, which has let us catch up just a little bit. And with the extension of the cap space, I think it was this last year or something like that.
Yeah, every year
they've been growing, and it's been helping us tremendously. So yeah, we're there, man. We're there.
I'm excited for you. So in that case, let's triple down. Let's take a look at their opponents and play a little win-loss pick game. I got some notes prepared, so I'll keep those on the docket. And then let me bring this in. These are opponents for the Saints on the road and at home. I have my predictions already, but I want to get your we'll go game by game. What do you think?
I have not done this yet this season, so this is interesting.
It's much more of like a once the schedule comes out officially, then it's a bit easier to pin it down. But at least we got the home and road splits. So let's just start with the division. Actually, I'll show you one other thing. This is courtesy of Best Ball on Call. We had Anthony on the channel back in March, and he made this for me. This is like a breakdown of like the opponents for every division, and maybe I'll drag this down so it's not cut off as much. But this is the like NFC South at the top, and like the divisional opponents they get, the NFC North, the AFC North, that's not that easy. Like those are really competitive divisions. Yeah. But that's the same schedule for everyone in the division. You know, like all 4 teams got to play those same games. But then when you look at the like games that are different, being in 4th place is like crazy advantageous for the Saints. Like the Falcons have to play the Niners, Commanders, and Chiefs. Like that's 0-3. That wouldn't shock you. The Panthers got to go Philly, Seattle, and Denver. That feels like 0-3. The Bucks get Dallas, the Rams, and the Chargers. Like I could see them go 2-1. I could also see them go 0-3 if they lose that Cowboys game. And then there's the Saints, who have Arizona, the Giants, and Las Vegas as those like 3 unique games. It's like, how the fuck are they not like, you know, at least in contention for 1st or 2nd in the division?
I know, dude. It's set up like all the pins are set up. All we have to do is just knock them down. We have to keep on. We want Shuck to keep developing, right? We don't want any regression. And if that can happen, dude, the sky's the limit for the Saints this year in 2026, man.
Let's pull up their schedule from last year real quick just to kind of like emphasize this, because the more I look at it, it's like it's night and day. It's almost like they set themselves up to kind of tank early on with Rattler. Yeah. And then it's like, Shuck, we like the whole building is ready to believe. Like, here it is for you. Shuck took over week 9, and while they lost to the Rams, they swept the Panthers. They beat the Bucks 24-20. They came down the stretch against the Falcons in like basically a playoff game in that division week, the final week. They did lose to the Dolphins. I didn't love that. That was a little shocking. But then they had that 4-game win streak as well that I think really galvanized the building, and then their defense started to show up. Like, other than the Tennessee game, like 20 points, 17-6, 17-10, like down the stretch, their defense is fucking really delivering.
Yeah. And our defense is probably even better now. I wish we could get Cam Jordan back, but our defense, I think it's better this year than it was last year. I mean, we lost Demario Davis, which is our middle linebacker, but I think other than that, maybe Pete Warner can kind of fill into that area. But I think our defense is going to be better off. Our D line should definitely be better.
I also love you grab David Edwards from the Bills at left guard. That's going to really
massive run blocker, by the way. So it's just going to be really, really good for the run game.
Yeah, I'm like, there's really not that many things I'm like seeing as a problem for them. And then if Cam Jordan does return, like you said, like that's just really galvanizing that defensive line. And we already know he's a stud. So I'm excited. Let's get back to their schedule. I actually think seeing it this way is maybe easier. Back to this one, and then I'll just highlight them. So we'll go through game by game, and we'll start in the division. What do you think their division record is going to be? Last year they were 3-3.
Yeah, and it's probably going to be close to that. We're probably going to sweep Carolina, because that's going to be 2-0 right there. And we almost always, and I know last year we lost to the Falcons twice, but it's almost always a 1-1 split. And for some odd reason, even when Tom Brady was playing for the Buccaneers, we normally beat their ass. Like we're good against the Bucs for some reason. So if I had to guess, I'm going 5-1 in the division. I really think it's worst case scenario 4-2, but I'm going 5-1. I really think we're good enough to go 5-1 in division.
I believe you can sweep the Panthers again. I'm going to say 4-2. I'm going to keep it conservative. So you're going 5-1. So you're at five wins already. I'm at 4. And then we got a home game against Green Bay.
Home makes it better for us, but for the sake of this, I think Green Bay, you might be able to take a loss. There's a lot of, especially if everybody's healthy. I'd have to look at the schedule. I think if it's later on in the season at home, I think we have a chance because there's injury histories, maybe with Watson, Tucker Kraft. If it's an early game against the Packers, I would say it's probably a loss. But
since we don't have the schedule, give me just your gut reaction. I'm giving them a loss for that.
I'll say a loss.
Okay. Home against Minnesota.
I think we'd win that one.
Okay.
I don't think Kyler Murray's got it, man.
I'm giving y'all a win. I think that one's a bit of a toss-up, but I'm giving you a win as well.
Yeah.
At Chicago.
We probably get a loss there, bro.
I think so,
that
too.
Defense is nasty.
I mean, I don't know if they're going to have as many takeaways this year. I think they led the league in takeaways.
They did.
That's hard to repeat, but their offense, I think, is probably – if it was at home, I'd be close. I'm going to give it to Chicago. And then at Detroit,
I would rather earlier get Chicago. Later on, when it gets really cold – no chance. But still, I'm gonna give them a loss.
Okay. At Detroit?
No, I don't think we beat Detroit either.
I don't think so either. Okay, so you're at 6 wins. I'm at 5. AFC North versus Cleveland at home.
We got that, bro.
That's a win. I agree. Versus Pittsburgh at home.
I actually don't think we win that one, man. Their defense is so good. I mean, I'll say a loss for now.
I'm giving them an L as well. So far we agree on everything except your extra division win at Baltimore.
I don't think we beat Baltimore either, bro. We have a trouble against scrambling quarterbacks. Always have.
At Cincinnati.
You know what? I'm gonna take a win there because we're gonna get a win somewhere between one of the big dogs. I'm gonna say we beat Cincinnati.
I think you can beat the Bengals. The Bengals defense, I don't think is going to be good enough, and especially if it's like week 1, or in September, I could see that definitely being just a dropped game by the Bengals. So I'll give them a win as well. And then we mentioned the home game versus Arizona. Automatic.
We have to show up, but yeah, we'll get a win.
Home game against the Raiders.
Oh yeah, we could beat the Raiders too. It's now, especially if it's late in maybe Mendoza's first start or something, or so I don't know.
What if you
I know Kirk Cousins plays against us? He's actually pretty good against us, but I still think we win against the Raiders.
I was about to say, what if it's Cousins? I don't think the Raiders have a good enough defense to really light it up in the win column this year.
I agree. And there's no receivers either, so I mean. No.
Yeah, the receiving room is maybe they bring in Diggs or something, but it's hard to see everything coming together for Las Vegas.
I'll
like
say
that.
A win here, though.
Especially at home. I like that too. And then lastly, at the New York Giants.
I think last year did we beat the Giants last year? I think we beat the Giants last year, and I think we can beat them again. I think we beat them again.
Okay. Yeah. So you're giving them that third extra win.
Yeah. How many wins did I say? I can't.
You gave them 2 more wins than I did.
Uh-huh.
So you are projecting 11-6. I'm saying 9-8.
Let's go. Let's go, baby. Who that? Who that?
So you maybe aren't. You're trying to push me off the ledge, but I'm trying to stay a little bit conservative because at the end of the day, it's the NFC South. You typically don't need 10 to get it done.
No. You just need to get over 500.
Yeah, but we're at least kind of like aligning that 9 wins is fairly like realistic.
I think 9 to 10 wins is probably a realistic outcome for the Saints for sure.
Well, in that case, I would like to showcase the win total. Where is it?
I don't even know what the win total is for Vegas.
Vegas across the line. Here we go. Let me pivot to FanDuel. Regular season wins for the New Orleans Saints is 7.5 across the board.
Bro, I think that's a smash.
Now, the problem, at least on FanDuel right now, is that's plus 100, and that's like, what's the fucking point?
Yeah.
Like that's even money. Like, I don't think you even make anything. But like compared to last year, I mean, that's definitely an improvement that they're expecting. And then if we move over to, this is where I think the real money is if you wanted to make a futures bet. The Saints are plus 290 to win the division.
I don't even think that's a smash.
Well, not only that, but they have better odds than the Falcons and the Panthers, and they had 2 fewer wins last season. So like FanDuel at least thinks they're much closer than the Falcons and the Panthers. I think this is like a fucking smash pick.
Yeah.
At least for value. Maybe the Bucks do deliver again, but I trust Kellen Moore more than I trust Todd Bowles.
Yep.
The rotation at offensive coordinator in Tampa, like they had a lot of injuries last year, so maybe they get it together. But I could see Bowles on the hot seat and it kind of falling apart. I like the Saints, man.
Yeah,
I really
the schedule alone. I mean, like you were just mentioning earlier, like we pulled the trifecta of perfect matchups between those two divisions that got split up between all the NFC South. I mean, 7.5 is crazy, bro. But to win a division, I think it's a lock, bro. I really think it's a lock, man.
I think
it's sweep the division, bro. I wouldn't be surprised if we swept the division, though. I'm just saying, we're good.
First Dan says, I was just gonna say I see the Saints as a competitive 8-19. At the very least, that's hitting the over on the win total.
You get a timeout. Can we time him out? No.
He's trying to make sure you don't fall off the plank entirely. But I think 8 is like the bare minimum. I see them very much in contention. So with that in mind, even the games that they're going to lose, like that we agreed, they're like at the Bears, at the Ravens, maybe not the Steeler game, but the Packer game. I could see those games being really high scoring shootouts as well. Like I think for fantasy, even when they lose, I think they're going to contribute. So,
because I would love to even revisit this after next week, because some of these games are going to depend on where they are. Because Packers later on in the season, when's the last time they've been healthy throughout the whole season? You know, and you give a couple injuries to that offense. I know, you know, maybe Micah Parsons isn't even playing right. Who knows? If it's towards the end of the season, I would give the Saints a win though. But hey, give me 12.
At least they get the dome in that matchup. That'll be a huge difference. It seemed like they struggled in bad weather, at least with Shuck. It wasn't as bad, but I don't know if I can judge
terrible in cold weather. His record in cold weather games was atrocious, but I don't know. We'll see how Shuck does.
Well, they're a dome team, so that's not expected to be their forte. But with that in mind, let me bring up the ADP. These are just Saints ADPs, strictly Saints. I'll zoom in a little bit. ETN is going off first. I've been taking a shit ton of ETN.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
I don't like it, man. I think I like ETN, or I'm sorry, HN.
Right.
I like him as a running back. I think what people don't. I watched the entire episode of Teron Armstead's when he brought on. He used to be our offensive tackle, right? And he brought on Alvin Kamara, and they talked about that. And Alvin Kamara, he states that he's going to be fully involved into this offense. It's going to be, they're going to say, think of me as like Mark Ingram and me or Alvin Kamara at that point. And if that's the case, even though we signed, well, I signed like a 4 or 5 year contract with Travis Etienne, but I think Alvin Kamara is going to chew enough into the workload where he shouldn't be drafted where he's drafted. I'm more comfortable probably the back end of the second, maybe early third, mid third. That's where I would want Travis Etienne, whatever you want to call. But I think his ADP is way too high where I'm not getting any of him.
Well, he's going mid third. Do you mean you'd rather take him in the early fourth?
Whatever the next round is. I thought he was going in the second. Whatever the next one is, he's just going way too early.
He started to rise up to the top of the third, and then he started to trickle back down to the mid third. It's kind of just like getting running back is so hard later on. I think that's the main thing, like steaming him up. But structurally, I don't hate it at all.
But I think if I'm not mistaken, Kyron Williams, I believe, is right after him, and I would much rather like Kyron Williams because he gets a big workload there, and I think he's going to have a way better workload than Travis Etienne.
Okay, well that's. In this regard, you're taking me off the ledge. I've been committed to Travis Etienne quite a bit, to be honest with you. So that's good to know. You're pretty high on Kamara.
Yes.
Olave though has fallen. Is Olave at least like the benefactor of your?
He's going to be fantastic. I love that he's dropping an ADP because I am swooping him up every chance that I get. Him and Shuck had a great rapport, right? And just because they added Jordan Tyson doesn't mean anything for Olave. If anything, it's going to open up Olave even more because they're not going to be able to roll that safety over the top anymore. And they did so many plays. They did so many rub routes with Chris Olave that it's going to be, oh my gosh, it's going to be so bonkers. Chris Olave will have a breakout season. I'm saying 1,400 receiving yards. He's going to be in a top 10 wide receiver easy. It's going to be crazy to see what he's going to be able to do in this offense with Jordan Tyson now.
Well, I will say this: Olave in his last 6 games, while they didn't have Shaheed, but still, the last 6 games we saw him, 10.2 targets a game, 6.7 catches, 83 yards, and he had 5 touchdowns in those 6 games. That's an average of 16.7 half PPR points per game. That's going to deliver. What is this? Wide receiver 15.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's been falling too far.
Yeah,
so we agree on Olave. Smash in the third. Yep. I should take more of him than ETN or Achan. It's annoying. It's annoying to have to go back and forth between the pronunciation.
Yeah,
but then
I'm right there with you.
This is a player I'm very curious your take on. He's on the thumbnail. Do you take a lot of Jordan Tyson, or are you a little reserved?
I do. I think his prop right now is like 750 yards or 800 yards, something like that. But the last time a top 10 wide receiver had less than 1,000 receiving yards, I believe in his rookie year, has been like 8, 9, 10 years ago. It's been a long time. I'd have to look up the stat, but I'm pretty sure it's been a very, very long time. So Jordan Tyson and Cardell Tate, these 2 guys drafted into the top 10, they're almost a lock for 1,000 yards receiving. And with Moore being the kind of grand mastermind of everything, Shuck is going to be throwing the football bananas out there, and somebody's going to have to catch the football. And a lot of it's going to be a lot of Tyson and a lot of Olave.
Let me switch to this tab. We got Tyson's profile, 6'2", 203, kind of injured, so didn't measure at the combine, but profilers compared him to Amari Cooper. He's still really young. Yep. And his junior year breakout, 12 games, 75 catches, 1,100 yards, and 10 touchdowns. Yep. From a per game standpoint, that was actually like the best per game numbers that any rookie posted in college.
Great in 2024. When he came back in 2025, he just didn't look the same like he did in 2024. So I'm hoping that keeps improving. And maybe he just didn't want to push it enough. I'm not sure, but if he gets back to what he was in 2024, I mean, we're talking about Odell Beckham type of talent. Like he's gonna be that good.
I don't know if I go that far, but what I'm still encouraged by with last year, even though the dip, 8 touchdowns in 9 games. Like that's still very notable. And it's not like they were anywhere near as competitive as they were the year before. Like I don't watch college football religiously, so I'm not gonna pretend like I do. But they made the college football playoff and made some noise the year before. Was not the case last season. So I'm really hyped on Tyson. I think from a stacking standpoint, he is super, super valuable, and he's been moving up the board. I'm glad I was. But right before the draft, I started taking him like almost any time I could in the 7th round when he fell into the like mid 70s. I was like, this is way too late. So there's a chance he goes into the 5th round soon. He's at pick 63. Not much of a difference between that and the late 5th. So I'm hyped on it. And then I think this is where you're probably going to go a little bananas, perhaps. Shuck as QB 19 feels crazy. Like it's just the fact that people weren't watching, I think.
He's going to get more. It's crazy. The hype is going to get more and more. He was even behind Baker Mayfield at one point. Now he's ahead of Baker Mayfield. He's going to keep climbing. I think the closer it gets the season, people get that Shuck fever a little bit. And once we start seeing, all the camps and everything coming out, him slinging the football, man, I think I have him on probably 85% of my teams, and I can't stop it. I don't know. I have a problem of snorting Shuck through my nostrils at this point. I'm getting as much as I possibly can of him. It's crazy.
Well, at least for the sake of injury, maybe don't go too ham on it. But in general, I think from a value, he's the last quarterback that I'm like extremely confident can deliver.
Yeah.
And in case the people watching at home would like maybe some reminder, here we go. These are Tyler Shuck's stats. Took over in week 10, maybe no, week 9. So I really kind of only care about after the bye week. And if we want to cherry pick and remove the first game after the bye week, only look at these last 6, then like the numbers are really eye-popping. But they're not that much different, even if we include the Panthers win right before the bye. So these last 6 games, right here, an average of 259 passing yards, 7 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and then the rushing stats are, I think, what people don't realize. He had 26 rushing yards a game, 3 rushing touchdowns, and only 1 fumble. That's a total of 19.3 points per game, and 5.5 of that is just like on the ground. So like the consistency here, 15.3 points, 21, 18, 17, 21.9, 21.7. Like nothing is like overwhelmingly dominant, but then you're adding Jordan Tyson, another year in the system, full off-season training camp, plus the schedule. Like the consistency and the floor makes me really, really confident that Shuck can be better than quarterback 19. 19.3 points per game is far, far better than quarterback 19 on a points per game basis. So
and even averaging about 259, that's like over like 4,400 yards in a season too. And trust me, those yards got to go somewhere. That's why I'm high on a bunch of, I mean, Chris Olave, even Vele, a lot of these guys I'm super high on, man. I think there's plenty of yards to go around, Jawan Johnson and such. So
if he can average 259 again, that's a 4,400 yard pace.
That's crazy, man.
That's ridiculous. Yeah. Very underrated and like a very catchable football as well. Juwan Johnson, super valuable, mostly from a yard standpoint, though. Touchdowns are just never quite his calling card, but he goes way too late as well. Tight end 21, he was like consistently in my top 15 ranks last year from a week-to-week basis. So yeah, I think we maybe hammered the point enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, appreciate the agreement and the second mind, to because I'm sure you know them a lot better than I do. Like I'm sure you're watching every game,
every single game, every snap, man. Love it.
Well, with that in mind, let's hop into a lobby. I think we're gonna do a puppy twice. If that's all right with you.
Yeah, that works.
Jeremy's asking. I've been getting the location error, so I'm gonna pull it up on my phone just to ensure. But I think we've ended our discussion on the Saints. Fun conversation.
I guess I was a little wrong. There was a couple people I guess I forgot about. I'm thinking. I guess my brain wasn't working. There was a couple people I guess that didn't get 1,000 because you're right. Marvin Harrison Jr. He didn't have 1,000 yards either, but it's got to be high though. It's the number in the top 10 wide receiver of getting, I'd say even less than 800 yards is pretty low, man. I'm really just high on Tyson, man.
Well, he had the same draft capital as Tedero McMillan did last year, and Tet has a much worse quarterback, but maybe less target competition, but I don't think it's crazy to believe that Tyson can be as good as Tet was last year.
For sure.
Maybe it doesn't quite happen, but I don't think it's out of the question.
I think a lot of it will hinge on Shuck's development, though, because if Shuck's gotten there throwing for 4,400 yards, I mean, Olave's not going to have 2,000 yards receiving. So, I mean, people are going to have to catch the football. It'll be Tyson. It'll be a lot of Vele, too. People sleeping on Vele. He's my number 1 drafted player of all best ball right now in the very last round of every draft.
Are you worried about Bryce Lance at all?
No, I think he'll be more on special teams. He's going to try to fill a lot of that Rashid Shaheed kind of deep threat. But I think that's just going to be here or there. You're going to have more of that 3 wide receiver set between Tyson, Olave, and Vele most of the time, and you'll probably see a lot more special teams for Lance. But
gotcha. First Down says he's been slamming Shuck's passing yards over because dude has some weapons now. He's going to be slinging it.
Me too.
I'm very curious what his official
34.99.5. It's 34.99 is his prop right now on Underdog.
Holy shit. Yeah, that feels like a smash.
I've smashed the over on several bets already for Shuck.
Love that, man. I'm going to get in myself. Well, speaking of getting in, we're hopping into a puppy. We got Jamie in here. When somebody's a fan of a team, that's definitely going to be the lead discussion for the most part. I guess I'd be considered a Saints Glazer as well, given my hype. I think at the very least, the most compelling combo of bets is Tyler Shuck over. And then if you want to pair that with the Saints winning the division, I feel like that's a
You got to have to look at it because his prop is at 3,500. You divide that by 17. That's 205 yards. I don't even know if he ever did. Did he have a game under 205 when he started? I don't think he did. That would
he
be
had
crazy.
his first official start was 176.
Okay.
And then his game in week 14, he threw for 144, but he added 55 rushing yards and 2 rushing touchdowns.
Okay.
So there's only.
I think that prop is a smash, dude.
Well, he had almost 2,400 in like half the season last year. So
yeah,
as long as he doesn't get hurt, seems like it's worth putting some money down on it. 4,100, probably a more conservative.
Yeah,
probably fair, but maybe one missed game probably knocks that down a little bit. But okay, back to business. We're gonna be hopping into a puppy in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Of course, I got it on the phone. I literally clicked the button. I'm in the lobby. We are waiting on 3. 2 spots left. It is full.
Number 1 glazer. Yeah, if the Saints was a donut, I would definitely glaze it for sure. For sure.
I mean, you gotta stay true to yourself.
Listen, I have a signed Aaron Brooks brown paper bag that I have that I used to wear on my head back in the day when me and my dad, we couldn't afford TV, so we used to watch it on AM or listen to it on AM radio, all the Saints game, because even if we did have TV, all the games were blacked out because we were absolutely ass chunks. So we wasn't able to actually be on TV, so we had to listen to it AM radio. So I've been watching from a very long time. So very long time.
I respect it. I don't know who Aaron Brooks is.
Late 80s, early 90s when I used to watch it,
Okay, gotcha. A little before my time.
I'm old.
But we got T-Fall SP Dogs in here at the 103. We got Lolsimo right in front of us at pick 6. And then we have Champ as well at pick 9. And then I'm not sure I recognize anyone else. Do you see anyone?
Not that I know of, no.
Well, we had 3 spots, so that would check out. That would all check it out. I'm excited for this draft. I'm gonna give you the reins. I'm gonna try to be good with showing you all the options ahead of time. I think that's one thing I gotta get better at as a host.
Yeah, when I'm at the 6, 7, and 8 spot, I'm hoping to grab either like a Christian McCaffrey or a Jonathan Taylor at this point. I really like going heavy running backs early. I try to get at least 2 running backs in the first 3 rounds. And in this spot, I think it's set up prime to grab a Derrick Henry in the second. So we'll see. Oh, I shouldn't say nothing. No, I forget we got all these people in the draft. So,
well, there's only
like Derrick Henry.
He's since the UDFA tournament, he became like my most drafted round 2 player.
Yeah,
with him and Hampton, and then I'm kind of fading some of the receivers now.
Yeah.
But we are about to be on the clock. Both those guys are there. Who do you want?
JT, rock it out.
You got it. Feels like a very safe pick.
Oh yeah.
I'm not 100% convinced he'll deliver like RB3 again, but I also don't see him being any worse than like running back 9.
Yeah.
Like
he'll be good, especially if Daniel Jones can stay healthy and he's slinging the football. They're not going to be able to stack the box against Taylor, so
that was the only problem. Only when Daniel Jones went down did Taylor like kind of fall off.
Yep.
But he still was like top 10. I'm not.
Man, Genty, how do you feel about Genty being drafted so early in the first, man? Holy.
It's just the draft capital hype, in my opinion. They improved their offensive line, but that was really what was holding him back. I'm not going to say he doesn't have the talent to deliver.
Yeah.
I just don't think he has the situation or the environment to deliver.
I agree.
I call me a homer, but I think the upside is equally as high with Hampton. Kenneth Walker, I think also qualifies with certain upside. I think the floor is higher with Cook. So if I was in redraft, I'd lean more in favor of Cook. But you could argue for Saquon instead of Genty there. You could argue for Henry instead of like it's wide receiver 5 through like 11, 12, I think is just like your personal preference.
I can see the Eagles going back to being a ball dominant to Saquon once A.J. Brown is gone and going back to how he was a couple years ago and leaning less on the pass and more on that. And I know they drafted Mekhi Lemon, they got Eli Stowers, and they ended up getting Hollywood Brown and Wicks, but I think they go heavy on Barkley, and I think he's going to shock a lot of people, man.
I'm starting to come back around on Barkley. I've drafted so much Bigsby We are on the clock.
Henry, for sure.
Yeah, I didn't feel worried about showing you the board late. You seem pretty confident in who you want.
Dude, I love this start, man.
It feels like such a lock for touches and touchdowns. Like the injury is really the only thing you can point to and say like this is risky. But
yeah, in these drafts, I love the depth at tight end. I love the depth at wide receiver towards the back end. The running backs of actual real good quality dries up pretty quick in these. So,
sweet Bacon Flex. Hopefully you can get in on the next one. But yeah, got to do some drafts off the stream. I don't know if you noticed this, but like the difficulty level just fucking plummets. Yeah. It feels so much more comfortable.
I think people like to fist me for no reason. You know, when I'm on the stream and I'm like, hey, there's no reason for you to take my pocket quarterback. And all of a sudden I just get fisted with 6 fingers. And I'm like, why are you guys doing this to me right now? And it is what it is.
Good luck with that. I don't want that to happen to anybody.
Well, you know, sometimes I go into these drafts ass first and just expect it to happen. So it is what it is.
Well,
hey, you invited me on the stream. It's your fault.
it is what it is, man. I mean, if you're gonna get glazed over and over again,
rock it.
Be my guest. But at least with a Taylor Henry start, there's no complaint so far.
Yeah, I love it, man. I love this kind of start, man. Like I said, I try to at least get 2 running backs in the first 3 rounds. So
I think that's the much more appropriate strategy. I think bare minimum is 1. I haven't felt comfortable with my waiting for running back into the 4th teams. Yeah. It's even more and more difficult to get who you want. It's like, where are the values anymore? And this is honestly how I think it should have been the whole time. Like if not for this 3 receiver in the starting lineup like format, it's not really justified to ever take receiver that high. But who would you like in round 3?
Probably Devonta Smith right here. If AJ Brown goes, Devonta Smith's going to be the clear number 1 guy there, so he should get plenty. Because it would have been him or Olave, but since Olave went, Smith's probably the best option.
Missed it by 1 pick. Lolsimo with the snipe.
Yeah.
You asked for it. You were asking for it.
I like it.
But it turn the lights off says, I mean, if they were going to lean heavy on Saquon, it makes Tank a good bet. Yeah, the bet on Tank is the belief that offense will work and that Saquon is just not going to, deliver for the full season. And
yeah, because they don't take Saquon off the field at all.
Yeah.
So.
But they will very likely commit to him like they did 2 years ago.
Yeah, I think so.
And hopefully he can hold up. I never want someone to get hurt, but like if you're telling me I'm in round 16 and I got to draft a handcuff, I'm going Bigsby all day.
Yeah, I'm liking the Smith route too, because I don't know if you've noticed, but Jalen Hurts for some odd reason keeps falling in these drafts, and sometimes you can see him well after like an ADP, and I'm like, what is going on with Hurts? But sometimes you can get a nice little combo with Hurts and Smith. So,
oh wow, Team 12 goes Javonte and Bucky. That's interesting.
4 running backs.
I mean, you can never really judge it until it's done, but like,
yeah,
going full gritty so far.
I like it. Going gritty. Yeah, I just drafted. Oh, wait, you was in the draft too. Yeah, we were just drafting with him.
Oh, yeah. You were with Huhames in that lobby?
Yeah.
I think I noticed he had Najee as his 4th.
He had Ramondre Stevenson and Najee as his 3rd and 4th. And then after that, he had like 5 tight ends. I'm like, what? Okay, let's see. In this one, I would probably take Jamison Williams, to be honest with you. Either him or Montgomery, but
I love it, man. I think my tiebreaker when it feels like a very flat tier is give me the best team, give me the best offense that's going to score the most points.
Yep.
And other than the Saints, I think the Lions are the most likely last to first.
I liked Mike Evans too there, but I think that JMO gives you so many good spike games sometimes, and it's just nice in best ball.
Yeah, the nature of how JMO puts those points together, I think really fits this format, and it's just like,
yeah,
you're never going to regret taking the Lion. Like,
yeah.
There's just no real downside unless Goff gets fucking hurt. But like,
yeah, because he's going over 4,000 yards. So
yeah, it feels like such a lock, such a guarantee.
Well,
and like,
I see that Burden went right after us too, and I'm Romo Dunze over Burden. How do you feel about that situation?
I think I am too, but I think I'm Colston Loveland above both of them.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't think it's that big of a gap between Rome and Burden, but I think the hate on Rome goes a little too far. The hype on Burden goes a little too far. And then Loveland is just like by far the best. Like Loveland is still on the board right now.
I was just saying, Loveland's usually a 4th round pick, and it's already in the 5th. So
yeah,
if you know the McBride guy's pissed off because he could have got Loveland in the 4th and it took somebody else in the 3rd.
Well, everyone keeps passing, so
hey, passing to us.
Yeah, if SP Dogs passes again, I'm sure Lolsimo will snipe us.
Yeah, but if he doesn't snipe us, I mean that's an easy click.
Assuming it's not there, where else would you be inclined to go? Well,
I would want to probably get my 3rd running back with Quinshon Judkins. I think they upgraded that offensive line just enough to have our 3rd back there, and then we can kind of be solid. I like to have at least 3 guys like that. Yeah, so Quinshon would definitely be my pick here. And I do like DJ Moore too. I like his situation. A lot of people hate DJ Moore, man. I like his situation, but
I think the situation I think is really, really compelling. I like it too. We're gifting it to the Allen drafter. So Piggy Lover getting a good start but only has Hampton so far. We'll see how that works out. We got a double Chargers combo. I kind of want to snipe him on Herbert later just to be mean.
Love it.
There's a lot of backstacks with Herbert. Herbert, I think is, I mean, if I want to have a Chargers glazing episode, I'm waiting for the schedule, but
dude, I think Herbert, love it, dude.
MVP discussion, bro. And like Tua, that first year with McDaniel, Tua threw for what, like 4,500 yards or some shit. Herbert threw for like 5,000 is like 2nd year in the league. Like, how is McDaniel not going to deliver?
The one lobby Hurts goes. Are you kidding me, bro?
I mean, he's going full gritty. He's going full gritty.
2 quarterback, 4 running back. Okay.
We still have JMO. There's other stacking partners.
Yeah, because I wouldn't mind trying to get like a Laporta. I don't know where Laporta's like a Laporta than Goff, because I know Laporta and Goff are really close together, and if you need it, you have to go a little early on Laporta.
If we're on the left side of the board, I would say it's a lock to get. We're gonna have to wait for a fall if we don't want to reach. But what are you thinking here? I mean, I'll be honest with you. If Tate is still there, I like it, but passing on quarterback, we might regret.
Yeah, we might regret it, but I would say go Alec Pierce and just trust me on this one. Let's see what happens.
I'm gonna trust you. First draft, we got another Colt investment. I'm gonna trust you.
Tell me what Goff's ADP is. What number?
Goff, I believe he's in the 9th round. He is pick 104 is his ADP.
Okay.
And then when it comes to Laporta,
like 102,
he's at 99
now. Okay.
Also in the 9th round.
Okay.
So they're a little awkward. I don't know if you want to pull up Laporta at 88 and then get Goff at 105, but I've also seen Laporta fall into the 110 sometimes.
Yeah.
Talk to me about Alec Pierce.
Yeah, I like Alec Pierce. Signed himself a nice little good contract there with him. Now that Michael Pittman's gone, Alec Pierce has kind of developed into, I like him for best ball too, because he's really one of those deep threat guys, right? My worry is that I'm hoping there's going to be enough to pull him off to where there's not going to be safeties rolling over the top too much. Because if anything, it's either going to be Pierce blanketed, which is going to open up Tyler Warren for a lot, or people are going to try to cover Tyler Warren, and Alec Pierce is going to be good. But he's got enough speed and he's got enough chemistry with Daniel Jones to be pretty proficient. So I just like Pierce a lot in these best ball formats because he can go for a couple touchdowns, 100 yards real easy.
He's one of the receivers in this range where I'm kind of underwhelmed with almost everyone, but I feel like he has one of the highest guaranteed like volume projections of them all.
Oh, I want to
back on the clock.
I don't want Jaden Reed would be my choice here, to be honest with you. Unless you want to go Herbert and grab a quarterback, it's up to you.
I mean, we don't have a stacking partner. It's your call.
Yeah, because with Juwan Johnson just now signing, he signed right before we went live. Okay. He signed with the Vikings, so for a 1-year, $8 million deal worth up to 13.
Wait, so, Juwan Johnson?
Juwan Johnson, yeah. What did I say?
You said Juwan?
No, I'm sorry, Juwan Jennings.
Jennings. Oh, Jennings just signed. Okay.
Yeah, my brain went to my Saints guy.
Gotcha. Yeah, you got the first name. First name correct. It's funny because I got to type these names every week when I make the videos, and my hack for Juwan Jennings, it's Japan with a U.
Yeah.
Japan Jennings.
Man.
So that's official. He's officially a Viking. That's
he signed a 1-year deal probably about an hour ago.
I think that's okay for him. I think it could be better, but I agree it's probably worth fading Addison just a little bit.
I just don't think Kyler Murray can support that many weapons, man.
Yeah, a little tough to trust all three. Yeah. But
I like Hawkinson too. I mean, I think Hawkinson's gonna be really good.
I'll push back on that. I'm not. Here's the thing: Kyler cannot score touchdowns with the tight end position. Like, look at McBride. Like McBride is great. He was getting a shit ton of production, but nothing in the red zone with Kyler.
Yeah,
and that's where I think Hawkinson, even if he averages like 7 targets a game, is going to tap out at like 2-3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So I'll be honest. I don't love the Hawkinson click myself, but it's an affordable. It's affordable as hell.
For sure. Yeah, he's free. He's free at the end.
All right, so
this is where I would probably take Laporta. Okay,
you're pushing QB. I respect it. I'm gonna keep trusting you.
Yeah, I have. We'll just see. We'll just see how bad we get fisted. But I have a plan.
Well, I'm gonna let you know right now. There's 3 teams around this turn that do not have a quarterback yet, and 2 picks before us.
I've seen.
You still want Laporta?
I do.
We're taking Laporta then.
We got this. And look, if you win all the money, you can thank me.
Oh, we're split.
If you don't, then we'll forget about this. We'll just delete the VOD.
It's absolutely worth the risk. I mean, we got some stacking partners still available. I see where you're going. I'm just hoping that the room doesn't also see it and say, fuck you.
Yeah. There's a lot of options we've opened just now. So
I also don't love that Team 10 does not have a quarterback either.
Yeah.
But collectively, the room has been a little quarterback averse. Like there's the Allen Herbert team, there's the Burrow Dak team, and the Jaden Hurts team. But in general, like some of these other lobbies with us have been fading the position.
Yeah. We'll see if some of these guys fall to us because we'll probably take a couple quarterbacks here. We'll see. I don't know off the top of my head some of these ADPs towards this end, but I know we're getting close to getting some quarterbacks. So we'll see.
Round 9, 10 is, I mean, especially round 9. I feel like it's the sweet spot. But there's a lot of players around 7 I don't like. Sometimes I just force it at QB. But Young Moolah's in the house. What's up, GAB for life? Give GAB a follow on his channel. Shout out. I think I missed it when it happened, but I did see Huhames in here. What's up, Huhames? Check out his channel as well. We were both on his 12-hour live stream. That was a dope day on Sunday. And I think we also have Jamie in the house, but we're coming up on the clock, so got to make sure you see the options. Fannon's still here at 102. Interesting.
You already know where I need to go. Come on, Losimo. Don't do it to me.
Losimo gonna
be good to me.
I think he's sniping us. No, he goes Fannin at the discount. So far coming together. I mean, I don't think our roster has any holes. So
not yet. Hopefully we can. I don't know. Hopefully we can get at least one of these 2 guys coming up. We'll see.
I think your process is going to deliver. I would love to get Jordan Love coming back around.
It would be nice. He would be my next guy. But
even if we don't, I think Love goes right there to the Watson drafter.
That's okay. I like Shuck. There's some back things we can do at Shuck too. Maybe even later get a little bit of Daniel Jones. I mean, we still have some options there. So
we got some options. And the last weekend where you can get Rodgers at a dirt cheap price.
Yeah, he's free.
Not for long. I think once he's like pick 150 and higher, I will probably like never take him for.
Yeah. I like the Tua. He's free too.
I've taken so much Rodgers.
Yeah.
It's just such a value.
Yeah.
The risk never felt like it was worth. It was like, why am I taking Brissett when he's like not even going to be the guy in like week 14, let alone 17. I can just take Rodgers like 4 rounds later.
Are you in the Bayshell Tootin or Chris Rodriguez train?
I think at ADP, I'm fine with both, but if you can only give me one, I think I'm a little bit more inclined to go C-Rod for the discount.
Me too. I have no Tootin, but I have a lot of Rodriguez.
I think Tootin can deliver where he's being drafted, but I've noticed he's been falling into the 6th more.
Tyler Shuck, let's go.
We're locked in, and we still got some stacking partners. So
yep.
I'm excited. This is a fun team.
Oh yeah,
for a team that faded quarterback, we are still in good shape.
Mm-hmm.
And like, there's only 3 teams that like only have 1 quarterback, so like it's not like this was like impossible to do.
Yeah, I just like these late round quarterbacks, whether it's Purdy, Stafford, Love, Mayfield, Shuck, Lawrence, like all these guys these are where I live at. I like to get all my skill positions, and I don't necessarily like getting tight ends. So even sometimes Laporte I kind of push down, but I just kind of wanted to stack. But I think it's gonna be good.
For the stack, it makes a lot of sense, and I'm not convinced that Fannin is guaranteed to be better than him.
Yeah.
There's still some really good values at tight end. I feel like sometimes I kind of just want to stop until I get to round 11 and just take Goddard and just be like, yeah, I
like Goddard. I like Andrews. Kelsey's down there. I mean, Juwan Johnson's down there. I like Hawkinson, but there's a lot down there that we like.
Yeah, round 11, 12 feels like it's loaded at that position. So
yeah.
Sometimes it's just a penalty to take one too early sometimes, even though they're compelling. Like we mentioned with Loveland, like it's so compelling, but that team has Bowers and Loveland and took Rico Dowdle and J.K. Dobbins as their top 2 running backs. Like that's a little tough to accommodate.
I don't think I'm getting much of any of Bowers or McBride. And it's just, I don't know. There's just so much value later on. It's not that I don't like these guys. I don't think they're going to be good. I think there's better value down there. So
yeah, I'm under like 4% on both. I think McBride is at 1% dating back to like
just a tad. I just want to see what's a little bit lower. Oh my God, there's no running backs. Okay, that's fine.
Well, we got 3.
Yeah.
And
well, I'm either gonna. I mean, I'd probably go Jalen Coker here, to be honest with you.
Okay, if we pass on Gadsden, the Herbert drafter is getting another gift.
I don't like Gadsden. I think that David Njoku signs there, man, and that would crush his value, man.
That would be huge. That would be a major problem. Piggy Lover's getting a fucking loaded.
That's
loaded
okay.
Stack.
That's all right. He can have it. I think top 2 advance or something like that. So we're good.
we only have to finish second. We only have to finish second. But his running back room is not as good as
even comparing it though. I think our team is pretty dang good.
As long as these quarterbacks deliver on like comparable value, I think we're in a much better spot. Like our running back room is truly elite. Judkins in the flex is really a good contributor, and then our receiver room has fantastic spike potential. I even like the Coker addition there.
Yeah.
Coker's been falling into this round. I don't quite get it. I think it's just like people are only drafting 7 now, and it's like
because it can't be Brazil hype because he's not even really getting drafted in a lot of things. I think it's more just Bryce Young is just balls, and that nobody wants to have any of his receiving options. But he showed really good towards the back end in the playoffs. So
yeah, I mean the Brazil thing can't help, but I don't think he's gonna eat into the volume too much. Like they planned for Coker to be a huge part of their offense, and then they got rid of Adam Thielen, and then like 2 days later, Coker tore his ankle or something.
Yeah,
like I forget exactly what injury he had, but it just derailed their plans, and then they just kept him under wraps until the playoff game, and no one really even thinks about that unless you're a Panthers fan.
Yeah,
but he went fucking off. He was balling out. I like Coker a lot for this value, like much more than Shakir, much more than Higgins, and then Shaheed kind of feels like last call sometimes.
Yeah, I think this is a pretty easy draft pick right here because it depends if you like to go your 2 quarterback, 3 quarterback, but if it's 3, it's definitely Daniel Jones right here.
Is there any other one you want? I'm happy to take Daniel Jones though.
Yeah, I like the Daniel Jones with Alec Pierce stack.
We're doing it. Also the Taylor stack for whatever that's worth, not much, but for what it's worth.
I think we're not with 3 good quarterbacks, man.
Yeah, we're not behind in any regard. I mean, the Daniel Jones injury risk always, scares me a little bit, but I
have 2 4,000-yard quarterbacks in golf and Shuck. I mean, come on, we're good.
It's not. It's worth the risk. I think it's 100% worth the risk. Yeah. He was truly delivering, but I'm also like, what are his rushing stats going to look like?
I'm hoping not a lot because I don't need him getting hurt. I don't want him to run it, but he loves to run the football, man. He just does.
Yeah, he might go down again, but I think when he's on the field, it's totally worth. I trust Shane Steichen.
Yeah.
Silver Rapture wants to know if we can do a field general next. You down?
Yeah, I'm down. I'm completely ass at it. The way that I do it, you're not gonna like it. So we might want to go your way because
I'll be honest. I saw your stream 2 days ago on the replay, and I saw that you waited for Shuck as your QB1 in round 4. I'm not going to let you do that. I'm not going to let you go that.
Yeah, I have a problem with grabbing quarterbacks early unless it's like Allen or Lamar Jackson 1 and 2. But we'll play with it. We'll play along.
My only veto is we're going to have 2 quarterbacks by the 4th round. That's as long as we have that, everything else I'm not going to have any problem with.
Let's do it.
So I'll use a veto early if I have to.
Gotcha.
But coming back on the clock, running back is still kind of disgusting. But
I already know who I want.
Lolson was watching, so I'm not going to.
I know that's right. Juwan Johnson would be my pick here. No, yeah, Juwan Johnson.
Yeah, I almost went with
Juwan Jennings. Hold on.
Very smart combo.
Japan Juan over there. All right, I like it.
He's super valuable. I mean, I feel like this entire tier of tight end. If you want to lump in Hawkins into it, go for it. But I think even like Schultz and Helm kind of qualify like as your backup tight end. This range feels phenomenal. I love Hunter Henry's price. I love Juwan's price. I love Okonkwo's price.
Yeah.
The problem is like tight end just like is a mixed bag every week. It's like who spikes at the right time.
Can you scroll down a little bit more so I can see the bottom number? Because it got 175, and then what's our 80? No, on the board.
Oh, on the board. I'm
I
bad.
want to see our numbers.
We are looking at our next pick is 162.
What 180? Wait, oh my god.
Sorry.
What's our third pick down on the 16th round? What number is that? 186?
186.
Okay, yeah. Okay. I know who we're gonna get at tight end, so we're good.
Okay.
We're good. Oh man, see, I like Tyler Algier, man. A lot of people are like low on this guy. I think he's got the touchdown upside, and I know the Cardinals may not get in the opportunity to score the touchdowns in the first place, but I think he takes a lot from Jeremiah Love that people probably aren't going to expect. But
especially for Love's rookie year, I feel like Algier can definitely piece it together. The contract, he knows how to operate as the number 2 as well. Like he's not going to break down either. From a closing line value standpoint, it feels worth it, but I also like Brian Robinson a lot.
Brian Robinson's in the same situation that Tyler Algier was in. Tyler Algier, I believe, had like 8 rushing touchdowns, so that works out really good.
Contract season for B. Who Algier got here? You want Robinson?
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
running back option.
I mean, if anything, I've taken too much Brian Robinson in my like 20, 30 drafts so far since the contest dropped. I think I'm at 46% Brian Robinson. It's too early to give a shit.
Yeah.
Like if there's a wrong ADP and I think a guy can go 2-3 rounds higher, I'm just going to take him with no care in the world.
Yep.
But once we get into June, if he's still above 30%, I might have to cool it.
Yeah.
But
I'm probably like 50% Algier myself, so I'm up there.
Okay. We're still in early May. I don't think you should worry about exposure at all. I really don't. There's so many picks that are fluctuating.
Yep.
This is the time to be planting your flag and calling your shot. So I like it. What's up, Garage? How we doing? Check out the Garage. Subscribe.
The Garage. This is what he likes to do.
That's true. I got my glasses in the car, so I can't. I thought it was funny. You didn't enter so you think you can tout contest, did you?
No, I am way too busy in my life. My main job that I do that not a lot of people know about, like because I own my own business, and I would not be able to do that at all. Yeah,
time commitment wise, you gotta stay true to your own shit. I respect the understanding your limits and not forcing it when it doesn't feel right. I think I saw some shorts with you driving in like scrubs. Are you in the medical field?
Yes, I'm a chiropractor. I own my own business.
Okay, dope. I've had a chiropractor appointment before. It's nice. What would you like to go here? We're on the clock.
I would probably go in this situation. Probably Debo Samuel, I would guess. I don't really want Tesla because we've got enough Detroit stacking in there. So I would probably go Debo Samuel, just to one of those guys that who knows what's going to happen.
Don't got to tell me twice. I'm a Debo fiend in this range.
Yeah.
It just feels so disrespectful for what he's capable of doing. Like, it wasn't elite last year, but like compared to who you're drafting in this range, like,
yep,
talent wise, let's not pretend like Debo's not gonna fucking crush this ADP. Once he signs, he's moving up. It's like Diggs, Jawan, and Debo here. I mean, he's 2 rounds later right now. It's like, fuck yeah, give me Debo.
I wanted Antonio Williams. I'm really high on him too, man. I think he's gonna do great.
He should deliver. I mean, round 15, I think is still perfectly fine. Like, we're taking $1 picks if this was an auction format, so I got no problem with it. But I think he could go where Jalen McMillan's going, and it's still justified. There's not many receivers I like anymore going past like Diggs, honestly.
Yeah, I already know our next pick, so we should be good.
For the folks watching, a reminder on the roster, we got Goff, Shuck, and Daniel Jones. Shuck is also stacked up. I was going to say all 3 are stacked up. Running backs Taylor, Henry, and Judkins, with Brian Robinson as the 4th. Wide receiver has Devontae, Jamo, Alec Pierce, Jaden Reed, Jalen Coker, and Debo Samuel. Tight end room has Laporta and Juwan Johnson. We are on the clock.
Here's the spot I would probably want to either somebody or maybe even Njoku at this point. Is Njoku's
still there? He might be there in the next round.
Or let's grab Alvin Kamara here.
You got it.
Yeah. Do you have a lot of Kamara yet?
I wish I had more. I'll tell you that. I was worried about the retirement. Last few days, it's pretty much a guaranteed lock. He's coming back, and he completely survived the draft. So
he will probably rise in ADP as well. I have a feeling.
I think so. I mean, I remember he was going at like 150, and then he slowly fell to like 210. And like, I just don't think the market has readjusted yet because the headline's not out there. But yeah, it feels like a much better click than Braylon Allen. I like some of these rookies, not gonna lie, but as long as he's on the field, he's very much going to deliver here as a handcuff. Plus, it's stacked. You know, he's catching passes. It's a good click.
Yeah, I think I know how we want to finish this, even if Njoku is gone. How do you feel about 2 to 3 tight end builds? Because I almost get a 3 tight end build almost every time because I don't have one of those elite guys. Are you more of the 3 tight end build?
I've been leaning a bit more into it, especially with like the trends of 13 personnel. I think having that third option, given the position is so wonky week to week, someone like Njoku or Freiermuth this late feels like such money in the bank value.
Oh, Freiermuth, dude.
It's hard for me to pass on it, but I will say I've been starting to like reevaluate some of my like drafts and plans. When I start off with a guy like Laporta and I end up taking 3, sometimes I feel a little thin elsewhere. Yeah, but I still think it's probably worth it. We have 2 rounds left, so we're getting a 7th receiver, I would assume.
Yes. So let's get Njoku here. Because if he does go to the Chargers, I think that's going to be fantastic.
Even if he doesn't go to the Chargers, all of the landing spots are pretty nutted.
Yep. Wherever he goes. He
could go to New England. That'd be pretty dope. He could go to Baltimore. That'd be pretty dope. He could go to Miami. You know, like
New England would crush me because I've been drafting a lot of Eli Raritan, the rookie tight end. So that would really crush me. But yeah, because there was a big rumor of Pitts being moved and then Njoku going to the Falcons. But you know,
there was also rumors that they were going to move off Goddard in Philly and bring in Njoku. Njoku's just been linked to everyone, so he has his pick of the litter.
Yep.
As long as he stays healthy, I do trust him to return this value. He was my most drafted pick in the at tight end, at least in the big board pre-draft, and he keeps falling. It's like I feel like I have to stop taking him, but it just feels way too valuable.
Yeah, there goes Freiermuth. Yeah, people are hating on Darnell Mooney too, man. I mean, I get it. He's not like the best receiver ever, but it's like I mean,
I get it.
ahead of him is Slayton. He's going to get hurt. I don't like the rookie Malachi Fields. And it's just like, I don't know. He's just there. I mean, it's free. I like him. Just people hate on him too much, though. I don't
His
know.
injury risk the last couple of years has been a big problem, but I do harpen back whenever I think about him and like, is he a worthwhile pick? Last year, he was going to like pick 100, pick 110. You know, like the last 2 years, he's going way, way higher. And then his best season ever was with his new offensive coordinator. It was with Matt Nagy in Chicago. So like, if anyone knows how to use him, you'd think it'd be, you know, at least a system he's familiar with. But I feel like if he's bad, I feel like Calvin Austin or Isaiah Likely are going to be the reason why. But I'm not drafting Austin. So
Likely's going to go crazy. Let's go get Devon Vele.
I had a feeling that's what you wanted.
Yep. Tag him up there with Shuck. I think it's going to be great. God, I really like our team, dude.
I think trusting you was a very wise decision. I was a little worried when we needed Goff and Shuck. I thought the room might snipe us on Shuck. Yeah, but I think it came together quite perfectly. Honestly, I got to say, bravo, man! A very, very, very good team.
Hell yeah, dude! I love
complete in like every regard, and with the value at quarterback, it just all comes together nicely. All three quarterbacks are stacked. A reminder on this 3-5-7-3, right in the middle, pick 7. Jared Goff, Tyler Shuck, and Daniel Jones. Running back room has Jonathan Taylor, Derrick Henry, Quinshawn Judkins, Brian Robinson, and Alvin Kamara. Love it. Wide receiver Devontae Smith, J-Mo, Alec Pierce, Jaden Reed, Coker, Debo, and Vele. A tiny bit thin, but not in a way where I think we're behind in any regard. And then tight end is very comfortable with Laporta, Juwan, Johnson, and David Njoku. We're going to get some flex contributions out of both tight end and running back to the point where I'm not worried if Reed has a few stinkers.
Dude, I'm almost jealous that I wish this was one of my teams, bro. Like this, I get hyped up when I see this team. I love it, man.
Well, you'll have to split the 200,000, but it's going to be after California taxes as well. I honestly, I wish it was on your account.
Yeah, them taxes, boy.
Fucking taxes. Speaking of which, California governor race is shaking out. I hate all the options. I hate every fucking option.
That's politics in general, man. I just hate all the options.
I don't want to vote at all, but at least Newsom's gonna fucking leave. Anyways, back to this draft. We'll take a look at Lolsimo, T-Fall's team, and Champ, and then we will hop into that field general, that Superflex draft. But there was one player that I think we glazed over, and I want to kind of get back to him real quick. Why do we take Judkins?
I like the opportunity there. I think that if anything, especially if Deshaun Watson wins, I think he has just enough juice to make it happen. They have a great defense, which is going to keep him in the games. And if they could somehow get a lead in the game, they're going to run the living crap out of Judkins. There's no more Jerome Ford, who was taking a lot. I do like Dylan Sampson, but I think they just hand the ball off to Judkins so much. He looked very good when he ran the football, and I know he's coming off of an injury, but I think the situation is going to be very good for him behind a very good offensive line. I think he has enough in him. I mean, he was producing, I think it was even the beginning of last year, where the case was like, he was doing great. So I don't know. I really like Judkins, man. I think he's going to do awesome.
I had a kind of a zero RB approach, and not quite, but basically in my full PPR league last year, and I got Judkins off the waiver wire like right before the season started. And if I didn't have him, I would not have made the playoffs. He was like such a godsend from a floor standpoint. He was extremely matchup dependent though. Like, and that's just the nature of the Browns, because they're not going to score enough touchdowns to where like he's constantly delivering. But I kind of want to, I harpen back to this particular game. Let me share this tab with you. It was the game against Miami, I believe. Yes. This game, the weather was dog shit. Like the wind was so effing bad in this one. They won 31-6. Now the matchup was like elite. The Dolphins defense was terrible all season. We had 25 carries, 84 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And like he can really dominate and deliver when called upon, especially in a bad weather game, which in Cleveland happens a lot, especially down the stretch. It does happen a lot. So I could see a game in the fantasy playoffs where he does deliver in this regard, where like they just like never stop
Almost
feeding.
a third of the games he played in, he had over 20 carries.
Yeah, the volume is so compelling. It's just like there's no real threat behind him. I will say this though, it scares me a lot to see 3.6 yards per carry from a player like that we consider that talented. But
I get it.
A total of 7 rushing touchdowns, multiple games with like 2.
Yeah.
And I think as our third, he is like money in the bank. He's like just delivering that high end floor week to week, where like if he doesn't contribute, it's because he doesn't find the end zone, but it's probably like he's still giving you like 11, 12 points.
Yeah.
Just on yards and like catches alone. So I'm chill with it. I prefer DeAndre Swift personally, but Swift wasn't on the board, so I was happy with that click.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of because I think the ADP they're literally back to back. So I've kind of switched between Swift and Juckins a lot. I kind of have half and half in my teams.
I think it's a fair price. But the offense is just the only thing. It's like, it makes me want to vomit. It's like Fannin. And it's like I can 100% talk myself into Fannin, but then it's just you remember it's the Browns.
Yeah.
But Danimal likes the team. We got Young Moolah asking Algier, the Scooby-Doo I think the Falcons would be a pre-em landing spot for Debo. I mean, they got a lot of opportunity, that's for sure.
Depends on the quarterback play.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I think Stefanski can figure it out, though. I think I trust Stefanski enough, but I also just never trust the Falcons. The Falcons are going to choke. They'll find a way. So. Peter says this one did not break his way. Remind me, Peter, where were you drafting? Are you champ? We'll get to T-Fall first, but I think he was champ, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so T-Fall has Burrow, Dak, and Cam Ward. Jacobs, Montgomery, Swift, Manungai. I don't see the pairing too often. Got Manungai at 99. And then Woody Marks as well. So handcuff both Houston and Chicago backfields. Interesting. Wide receiver Jamar Chase, Pickens, QJ Wandale, Naylor, Flournoy, and DK. Just a tiny bit thin down the stretch, but like it up top. Ferguson, Helm, and Gesicki.
Yeah, he tagged all of his tight ends with his quarterbacks. Running back room looks good. I just don't like Woody Marks. I think he's irrelevant. Manungai, I wouldn't have gotten the pair, but getting at 99, that's a great ADP value. So can't be mad at it for that.
No, that's an amazing price on Manungai. I've fully talked myself back into Manungai. Like in the big board, I was actually out on Manungai, and now I'm actually like, I think he's a really good click. And if I am forced to reach on him a little bit, I don't love it, but I'm not.
He could take over this year. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is Swift's last year in his contract, if I'm not mistaken. And they could turn him an Manungai. So
he survived the draft. And like, if you told me that Swift misses any time, I know Manungai's getting like 30 fucking touches.
Yeah.
The Bears are a run first team at the end of the day.
Yep.
And like, if Swift is even just like a little less valuable than where he should be going, then it's because Manungai is going to deliver. His efficiency on the goal line was really, really, really tremendous last year, and their offensive line is really good. So
yeah, I have Manungai in my dynasty league, so I'm definitely keeping tabs on him.
It's worth the Ben Johnson commitment. I think it is. So yeah, T-Fall, very well stacked team. I agree with Bayou here. I don't love the Woody Marks click at ADP. I think it's pretty, especially paired up with Montgomery. Like I get the Swift Manungai pair, but I don't get the Monty and Woody Marks.
I would rather Kamani Vidal, who didn't even get drafted, over him, because if something happens to Hampton, I mean, and I'm not worried about Keaton Mitchell. I think Kamani Vidal could be crazy good.
If Hampton goes down, I think Vidal is a smash, but I don't think Vidal has any value without the injury.
Correct. I agree.
Whereas Keaton, I think, is kind of like his touches will go up if Hampton gets taken out, but he's never going to be the workhorse.
No.
But I can't stop talking myself into Hampton. I got to cool it, but I watched the clip that Underdog Josh and Hayden posted on Twitter, specifically talking about Hampton, And it was like right out of my channel like a month ago, where like everyone that questions me on Hampton, it's like he could literally be RB3.
Yeah.
If it breaks correctly, and this first rounder that the Chargers draft, like maybe he's not going to be LaDainian Tomlinson, but if he's Austin Eckler, you're going to regret fading Hampton. That's for sure. We mentioned Lolsimo. So let's look at Lolsimo's team. Is Caleb Darnold and Rodgers. He did pull up Rodgers to 174. That's still too low, probably. He has CMC, Chase Brown, C-Rod, Braylon Allen, Katron, and Sean Tucker. So good up top, but then pretty thin down the stretch.
Yeah.
Receiver with Olave, Burden, Terry, Metcalf, Myers, Shakir, and McMillan.
Good.
McMillan is the 7th. It's weird because it honestly doesn't feel as strong as I think it would, but maybe it's because I don't love the Burden click, nor the Metcalf. But
I like Metcalf, man.
You do?
I do like Metcalf. I think him with Aaron Rodgers is gonna be really good. I think he's gonna go over 1,000 for sure.
I think he will, but I also think Pittman's gonna be like right behind him, and for the price, I've been taking Pittman more.
Yeah,
I'll be honest.
And I'm not very high on Pittman too, so there's that.
There's going to be one of them that I think really crushes. And but I'm also not convinced that they like are elite. So I've been a bit more inclined to take the cheaper option, but I've always kind of been a Metcalf hater a little bit. I'm coming around to it because it also lets me justify the Rodgers stack more.
You wasn't the guy that was in the stands that he punched, right?
No. Yeah. That's, he got suspended last 2 games because he punched the guy in the stands.
No, I'm saying that wasn't you that he punched, was it?
Oh, no, it wasn't me.
Okay, so as long as it's not you, you shouldn't hate him then, man. As long as he ain't hitting you, it's good.
I just always feel like he's been overpriced, but this is the cheapest price he's ever had. So maybe I'm hating too much.
Yeah.
I think I'd still rather have Jaden Reed over him, though.
Well, see, somebody took Marvin Harrison over Metcalf. So are you Marvin Harrison or DK Metcalf? Because they might draft the Harrison over him.
I'll take Harrison, but I'm not fully decided that Metcalf will be bad. I just think for the price, if I'm going to invest in a Pittsburgh player that in like round 7, I actually think Dowdle's better. And then Pittman goes in. He went in at 112 here. Like Pittman at 112.
That's good value.
I think is more compelling than Metcalf in the 70s. But Metcalf's probably fine.
Yeah, I get you.
Lastly, we're going to check out on Pete's team. Peter is champ at the 109. He went Genty, Rashi Rice, T. Higgins, Tet. So we were questioning his Genty decision from the top. Let's see how it all went down. Lamar and Tua, Genty, Chuba, Warren, Blake Corum, and Bigsby. Rashi Rice, T. Higgins, Tet, Downs, Pittman, Shaheed, Diggs, and Branch. I love the receiver room. Andrews, Henry, and Ingram.
This team could just go in flames with the quarterback room. The injury risk in his quarterback scare the living donkey mess out of me, man.
Yeah, but Lamar could also just deliver where he's fine.
He could. Definitely could. So could Tua. Tua's shown it he could do it a whole season, but we'll see.
All or nothing.
Yeah.
The running back room, I don't like, honestly.
No.
It feels so mid.
I think I've gotten so much. Oh my gosh, Rico Dowdle I think is going to crush Jaylen Warren's value, and people I don't think they're realizing it yet. And I think it's going to be crazy because Rico Dowdle says I'm only going to sign with a team who's going to give me the rock. I want to be fed the rock. That's why I didn't want to go to Carolina. So if the Steelers probably told him, hey, you're going to get all the ball, so hey, that's why he's there. And I just think Jaylen Warren's going to get crushed, man.
He passed on Dowdle for Blake Corum. I would not have done that.
Ooh,
I
would have done that.
I would not have done that. But I guess if you're going to argue that Warren is that much better, then you can convince yourself that Dowdle therefore is not correct.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't take Corum over Monungai either. Yeah, Dowdle and Monungai falling in this one. Like
I'd have said I would have took Dowdle where Warren is and Monungai where Corum was, and boom.
Yeah, I think I would like the team a lot more with that duo as well. But hindsight, always 2020. Peter says, I'm usually Dowdle over Warren, but I don't want zero Warren. I I've been pivoting off of Dowdle a little bit because if I didn't, then I would be at like 60% Dowdle. So
Yeah,
sometimes you gotta pump the brakes sometimes. But I respect the conviction. It's worth not fading entirely with Jalen Warren. He's good enough where he's never going to disappear unless he gets hurt.
for sure.
But they're not too far apart, but name wise, just rankings wise, is not where I would have gone. Okay, I think we are ready to move on to our draft number 2.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna happen to a field general, and then I'll get it set up on the phone just so I'm not leaving y'all hanging in the meantime. But all right, we're hopping in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, I'm entering on the phone.
That would annoy me so much. Is that a California thing where it trips y'all's location or something like that?
I think it's my ad blocker. I think it's like I think it's just the extensions that I run to like when I watch YouTube, even if it's not my premium account, I never get ads. I don't get ads on like anything. uBlock Origin Chrome extension, I highly recommend. It has saved me so much times not watching ads. I think that's why, but I'm not totally sure. Sometimes I go through stretches where like a couple weeks go by, I don't get the location error once, but it is what it is.
So I would say is if we get the 1, the 2, or the 3, let's go quarterback first. If not, we're gonna grab somebody else, and then the 2nd and the 3rd we'll grab a quarterback. Maybe something like that.
Okay, I'm willing. If you're dying to do it, I'm willing to pass on quarterback round 1, but sometimes I'm in a lobby, especially streamed. Like once I did one of these super flex and literally 10 of the first 12 picks were quarterbacks. Like the first round was quarterback, Bijan Gibbs, and then only quarterback the rest of the way.
Well, look, if you ever want different portfolio drafts in your portfolio, just get Bayou Bengal on the stream. You'll have a different team, I promise you.
I'm sure it's going to look different than my typical super flex team.
Yeah.
If you're lobbying for Shuck as your QB1, it's definitely going to be different.
I think I know the stream you're talking about, and I definitely did not want Shuck as my QB1. I think this is how it kind of fell out, but we'll see.
Yeah, sometimes you just get boxed out. The room is never kind when they see a weakness.
Yeah. I don't play Superflex at all. Hey! Perfect. Let's go, Shuck, 101. No, Dr. Allen, baby. That's an easy one. I can't believe I never get the 101. Oh, you're just good luck, I guess.
I think because you were saying the only way you draft quarterback round 1 is if you get Allen. That's how you manifested it.
I loved it. Oh, I've been wanting the 101. There's some things I want to do here.
It's such an advantage in Superflex. We got Rapture right behind us, so we'll keep maybe our first pick on the bookend under wraps, perhaps. But we also got Lolsimo joining us again. Thank you for drafting with us for both today. And then I do see Danimal at the 111. And then if anybody else is in here with us, I don't think I recognize you. Shout it out in the chat. Let us know. Don't be lurking. But I'm comfortable enough to let it rip, man. I'm gonna take a hit from the pipe. Not sure if you smoke as well, but I think it's time.
No, I don't smoke, don't drink, I don't do nothing, man.
Is any of that legal where you even live?
No idea. I gotta stay far away from all of it, so not my thing. But I have plenty of friends who do. So.
To each their own. There's never any. You can't force anything on anyone that they're not comfortable with. So
100%.
No worries. Oh, what happened? What happened to me? The hell? I got so faded it blacked out. You missed the plume of smoke.
Well, it is what it is. Wait, so the Lamar and Daniels at 105, 106, y'all got gifted.
Damn. Chase at pick 4. I don't understand. Not in this format. Like, I get it if you really want that elite wide receiver. It is good to have that anchor. But I think the second day of this contest, I drafted Jamar Chase at pick 16.
So in Superflex, and again, I don't know. I'm talking from literally a question. Do you go 4 quarterbacks usually in Superflex?
Typically, yeah.
Okay.
I like that build. I like to have 3 I can count on, and then I'm always taking a super cheap, like round 24th.
Yeah.
But then if I only get 2 that I like, then I'll 100% get 2 backups.
All right. All right. I'm curious to see where we get here.
If I have a third by round 5, I'm happy to stop if I feel like the roster needs help somewhere. But Pepper Tony, thank you for letting me know.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but StreamYard, like the default settings are like the built-in camera, which I hate. It's like way too wide. The frame and the quality is dog shit. And then it also like removes my like preferred
Microphone.
Yeah, I don't get it. I'm shocked that just dropping that would have reset it, but we're back. Thank you very much, Pepper Tony. Much appreciated. He says Josh, Lamar, JD, May lock top 4 in my opinion. Gibbs, Bijan arguably at 3 if you want. Not for me.
Yeah.
I bet he wishes he got Lolsimo's pick at the 105. Damn, Lolsimo got a fucking gift.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And with Herbert, goddamn, that's gonna be tough to beat.
What a team!
I'll be honest with you. I feel like the team with CMC and Amon-Ra is gonna be really behind the 8 ball. Not in love with the chase drafter strategy. We are back on the clock. Where would you like to go?
I would probably go. You like Goff or Knicks?
I think I'd rather have Goff straight up, but I don't mind either.
Let's go. Yeah. I really like Derrick Henry. We can go.
Any of these running backs, really?
I would go Derrick Henry.
I didn't mean to. Henry, man. Accidentally queued up Achan. Achan's the one in that group where I'm not sure.
Yeah. I don't have any Bo Nix. I probably need to get some of this guy. I always take Goff over Nix.
He's not like bad at anything, but then he's also not like elite at anything. It's kind of just like you need a game where he's down in the 4th quarter and just goes nuclear.
Yeah.
Like you need game script with Bo Nix, but he runs it enough where you can draft him unstacked. And then Goff feels like a safer week-to-week selection. But Bo Nix, I think, has like maybe a higher spike week potential because he can give you like 2 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah.
If he
I was going to say go Goff and then Shuck, but with Allen, I just don't think you need to go back-to-back quarterbacks. Maybe if you record in the middle, maybe back-to-back's okay. But since we had Allen, there's no need to get that third right now. But
no, I think going triple QB, especially in the lobby we are, where like some of these teams did fade it, I think would have been a little overkill. We can get a really good value
for sure
later on, or like when I do have Allen, that's a team where I'm much more happy to pause QB3.
Yeah, because like you can grab like your Tuas, your Cam Wards, your Aaron Rodgers, Daniel Jones. I'm cool with that, like as our third for sure.
Or even if I get just like 2 like elite spike week handcuffs in like, I don't know, let's say Jameis Winston and Joe Milton, hypothetically. Like, I don't hate that either.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to need much of a contribution at all from the third when I have Allen. But typically
the wall person would be Joe Flacco too, because if Burrow goes down, Flacco could kill it.
Yeah, no, Flacco's an excellent click in this. Rodgers is valuable for sure. But I also think Richardson is draftable. I think Jalen Milroe is a very sneaky round 20 click. I'm not afraid to mix in
Tyrod Taylor in there now. He signed with the Packers. Jordan Love goes down. Tyrod Taylor be good too. I like
that's Tyrod. Interesting. Tyrod always a good veteran. I mean,
we'll see.
Herbert's back up. Got a lot of rushing.
Trey
Lance, maybe just maybe. This is a format where I like to go really heavy on running back But
me too, because the running back you can start up to 4 running backs in this format. So
you can also start 3 tight ends hypothetically. So wide receiver really falls off. It's worth having that like anchor, I think, sometimes, but it's not like a critical depth position at all. I'm happy passing on quarterback here, especially not like overburdening you, given you seem to not want to go to. I think how we built it so far, I don't really want quarterback on this team.
Yeah, I mean, you probably won't like. I would suggest going Brees Hall and then Kyron Williams.
Let's do it.
I like this.
If you were going to lobby for a receiver that you really, really liked there, I would have been okay with it. Yeah. But music to my ears to go trip RBs by Kyron.
That's crazy.
We got a great depth at that position. It's the position of need. Like, if anything, I want like 5 by like Kenneth Gainwell.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's.
I'm a very heavy running back drafter, man.
Especially in this format. I'm not going to completely ignore receiver because like there is a cliff that you got to be mindful of. But if you can force the issue at running back, then you get such good values at receiver and tight end later. It always works out.
Let's see. Little Samoa end up going to Lamb, Willis, and Brown, huh?
How do you feel about Willis, man? I can't really get behind it, honestly.
I'm never going to click his name, man. I mean, if you would have a massive 100-foot by 100-foot ball, a wall, like a barn wall, and he threw it from 10 feet away, he would miss it. Like, I don't know, man. He's got the floor with the rushing ability. I just don't think he can process a defense. He's got to have to show me something, man.
I will say, though, the room that Osmo has is pretty dope.
Yeah.
It's hard to beat that. I'm curious what his running back room is going to look like, but such a unique pairing at the 5
Jackson
slot.
Herbert, man. That's great.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if Herbert's top 5. Like Herbert had the second most rushing yards in the league last year or something. Like it was way more.
If I had his thing though, instead of Lamb, I'd have went either Kenneth Walker or Barkley there. And I think and then AJ Brown is his wide receiver 1 if you wanted to go that route. But that's just me.
It's dope. I think the price on Lamb I think was worth clicking.
It's good though. Lamb's gonna be great.
But I don't love the Malik Willis click. I'll be honest. It's just a player thing. But he has that 35-point ability, so it's chill. But he feels like Justin Fields to me, where I can't convince myself he's actually staying the quarterback all season.
Mm-hmm.
But he's this year's Justin Fields, is how I see it.
Yeah, and so many people are so high on Justin Fields, and I'm like, no, I had no Justin Fields at all, and people were hyping this dude up forever, and he was balls, man. It was nothing.
All right, Lil Smo's about to be on the clock. I'm very curious where Lil Smo's going to go.
Yeah,
but if we get Olave back, is that like an auto click for you?
It is.
It'd be pretty fire to get.
That's one question.
Pick 72. Lil Smo goes Quinchon, and then Price goes. Yeah, feeling the urgency at running back. Olave 2 picks away. Damn, so close.
Can you take away the chat on the screen?
Oh, my bad.
No, you're good. You're good. I would actually probably go Zay Flowers and Lad McConkey here.
You want to see running back at all?
I'm not big. I mean, Ramondre, if anything, but I don't know how far gone that is. I mean, I think they're way too far down. I would have wanted Quinshon Judkins there, but I just don't. I don't want Geno. I don't want Brissett, and I don't know how far down it is for. So Lad would be my pick, to be honest with you.
We're taking him.
I just don't like the value, but.
So are you off of Tet, or are you just that high on Lad and Zay?
I'm not off on Tet. My thing is the Bryce Young. I can't stand the guy. But I think Zay Flowers and McConkey has such a high floor based on Tet McMillan. If there's a big regret now, Tet did good because there was an improvement with Bryce. If Bryce comes back down to earth, which I think he's going to, Tet McMillan's numbers are going to hurt. Now, I think Tet will still be good. I just think the ceiling is way higher with Floor and McConkey.
Yeah, so. I want to believe in Canales, but last year I gave Tet the benefit of the doubt, and I just didn't see enough to feel like his ADP deserved to rise.
Yeah.
Like, if anything, he should have probably plateaued and fallen like half a round at the very least, let alone going to the third. With all of the prices at receiver going down, and for his to go up, I just don't quite get the argument with the Panthers passing game. Just delivering enough touchdowns. Like he had like some blow up games. Like he had the 2 touchdown game against Dallas, but like only very down the stretch in like the final few weeks did he kind of deliver. And a lot of that I think was just like schedule driven. I think his touchdowns go down rather than go up. He had 7 last year.
Yeah.
It's hard to see.
Yeah, I think the way this is running, I mean, I have an idea of what we can grab. I know these the quarterbacks are going pretty thin, so
at the very least, I fully respect going Flowers and Ladd there just to nuke any chances that Lolsimo's getting a stack with Lamar and Herbert.
Yeah, I really thought Rodgers would have came back to us, but then again, with the news and everything, I can see why people are grabbing him early. Yeah. My brain said, "Hey, we can grab Rodgers the next round," but it didn't. I guess it didn't work out.
We got Allen and Bo Nix. It's a room where we're not going to get punished by passing on that.
No, yeah, for sure.
But
yeah, we definitely fisted Lolsimo, which so I'm good with it.
And he still gets Evans, but I'm sure he would have liked either one. Chuba and Ramondre are the only running backs that have gone off since then. That's pretty interesting to see.
The other quarterback I wanted.
I think it. Looking at the board, I think your plan to take Brees and Kyron there was like 100% the right direction.
Mm-hmm. No, that's good.
I think I know where one of our clicks are, but
Monungai? Or no, I see Dowdle there.
I see Harvey. I see Harvey there, man. I see Harvey for Silver Rapture can snipe us on Harvey. It'd be great.
I hate Harvey, bro.
I know, but I want Silver Rapture to snipe us on Harvey.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
That's what I want to happen, man.
Oh yeah, take Harvey.
he takes our boy. I say Monungai's one of these. And
and we could take Tucker Kraft. I would like to take a tight end if we could.
Okay, I'm chill with that. It's a position I feel good investing in.
Penix is somebody I wouldn't click on. I think Penix gets no play, bro. And when he does, he's just awful.
I think Penix really only shot as if Tua gets a concussion.
Yeah.
So
can I see what the available quarterbacks are?
It's not going to be pretty. It's Penix, Shador, Cousins, and then everyone else is a backup. At least not week 1.
The other one was Watson, what I was going to look for, but he was just taken. So
I can't click massage.
Oh,
I just can't do it.
Yeah.
I don't like what I saw from him when he came back to field. He looked like dog shit, bro.
Yeah. No, I agree.
I like their draft though. I will say that, like the Concepcion Boston edition, that of all the fucking teams to nuke their like dynasty value, the fucking Browns.
Yeah.
I guess the Jets did it too with Sadiq and Omar Cooper. Like 2 of the worst fucking outcomes.
So what are the odds that I convince you to only go 2 quarterbacks in a super flex? Because Allen's always going to be the quarterback. So the super flex is either going to be one of our running backs or Bo Nix.
I will say this, because we pulled the 101 and we have Allen, the odds are much higher than they would otherwise be. So I'm going to wait a while, but I think we're going to have an interesting discussion in around like 16, 17, 18 on like, is there anyone?
It'd be a Flacco pick probably for me.
Okay. Flacco's a backup you like?
There's a good chance. I mean, Burrow, I love Burrow, don't get me wrong, but his injury, he could go down.
He does not stay healthy.
Higgins, dude, Flacco.
Yeah. I like Peppertoni's counter. Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. He will be on the field at some point.
Yeah. Let's see.
Do do you take 3+ tight ends in this one every time? Because sometimes I take 4 tight ends in these.
Yeah, in the super flexes that I've been doing, I've usually go to 3, anywhere between 3 to 4. So
yeah, I think 3 is the minimum. So I like the Kraft decision there. I think that's a position that deserves to move up. And honestly, I'm not convinced that Kraft isn't just more valuable straight up than Christian Watson in the first place.
Can be, for sure, can be, because you only start 2. You only really need 2 wide receivers, man. That's all you really need.
Yeah.
No.
I typically exit these with only 6, and to just start off with Flowers and Ladd, it's not like for a moment I almost questioned you on if you wanted Watson there for the discount, but I was like, nah.
I said not. Yeah, I thought nah.
There's no point in arguing at this point. I mean, there is a little fall on Penix, but I say we pass and wholeheartedly.
I know what one of them just took because Mason was going to be one of them. I think I still know what we should do.
I know where one of these picks I'm gonna veto if it's not. I'll say that, but that's who it was.
Man,
that's who it was.
So okay, yeah, I was gonna say Gainwell and Rashad White to grab the double running backs there.
Rashad, I think, should be one.
We could do Rashad, and I'm either good with either Kittle, Godwin, or Reed. Any one of those would be really good, unless you wanted the Cousins as third quarterback. But then again, if Fernando Mendoza is going to take over, he's going to be irrelevant. So
I say we pass on quarterback. It's 100% between these two, Jaden Reed and Chris Godwin. And just because we have Kraft, I might be more willing to pass on Jaden Reed, but I think he's better. So
I would take Godwin because we're not going to have love for any kind of correlation. And Godwin could be the number 1 wide receiver for their team. And Jaden Reed has a little injury history. You put all together, maybe so. I mean, Godwin was injured too, but still, I think, there's almost no chance Jaden Reed's the number 1 wide receiver. At least there's a chance Godwin's the number 1. So
I think at least in Green Bay, it can rotate from week to week.
It normally does, yeah.
Reed has maybe an elite spike week argument. I think that would have been good, but we took Kraft already. I'm also happy to just like commit to Kraft being like our Packers piece.
Yeah.
And I feel like Godwin has like the more consistent week to week floor contribution. Also, like if he can get back to what he was before the ankle snapped, before his leg injury, like he was a top 3 receiver that year.
Oh yeah. 100%.
Per game basis, he can 100% crush. I'm starting to back off my Egbuka commitment and just start pivoting to Godwin.
Yeah, I've never clicked Egbuka, not once this offseason.
The Ted Hurst drafting scared me, like just enough to be like maybe Egbuka is too expensive.
Yeah, I mean Hurst he could take the Mike Evans role. He was great in college. My biggest worry is that if he was so great, he was dominating that lower competition, why didn't he transfer to prove himself to a bigger school? Why did he have to stay at this lower school? So I don't know what you're going to get out of the NFL level. I mean, there's a lot of guys that come out in these small schools and do great, but you just don't know what you're going to get out of Ted Hurst. It kind of scares me a little bit, but he was awesome in college, though.
The only like argument that like remains on why players do that is like the legacy and like the respect and like trust level and like loyalty to the the college that pulled them out of high school and commit to them.
Holy wide receiver
Myers and Addison. It's crazy that Pittman got pulled up there at 122, knowing like the market that we were talking about.
He's got 7 receivers in the last spot, 1 running back and 7 wide receivers.
Chase Brown is his only running back. Yeah, I think he went a little too overboard, but maybe we'll just see a running back and tight end with every single other pick, I guess. Only way to do it. Got to stop there. But who knows? Maybe the backup handcuffs are the way to go.
Yeah. Let's see what we can do here.
So if you watch the channel, you know that my handcuff of choice is Tank Bigsby and like Brian Robinson. But is there a handcuff that you're down with?
I mean, there's not a ton of handcuffs that I like myself. I don't normally try to draft handcuffs. If I do, it'd be like I've been drafting some Jonathan Brooks. I guess you can call him a handcuff really for Chuba Hubbard. And then probably Rodriguez, which we've already taken, but they're probably 2 that, well, I guess you could add Alvin Kamara as a handcuff now.
Right.
But those are probably the ones that I'm getting the most. I do have a lot of Kenneth Gainwell too. But that's about it. And a lot of Carmine Vidal at the very end of the draft, but that's about it.
You don't take Keaton Mitchell?
Your boy I don't even know he plays for, bro. I mean,
I did get a kick of that. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Let me see.
I'm kind of compelled to double tap tight end here, bro.
Dude, I was just about to say, bro, if they're available, I would love Kelsey and Likely here, dude. I know you. Do you like Kincaid? I like Likely and Kelsey, man.
I like any of the. If Goddard was still there, he was the third I would have been happy with. But Kelsey and Likely in this tier, I think are.
That's exactly what I would do right there. That's great.
Just for the sake of argument, is there any receiver that you're like worried wouldn't make it back? I don't think it's really that worth
Not really.
it.
The only one I really like there is Coker, and I'm not even worried about him coming back. And there's definitely somebody. There's at least 1 or 2 running backs that I wouldn't mind on the way back through that we can probably grab too. So
I think maybe Kincaid should have been the click because of the Allen stack, but I just don't think he's actually gonna stay healthy and be worth it. Like.
Yeah, and Knox steals too much of his dang touchdowns. It just makes me so upset, man. I've had Kincaid in a lot of these leagues, and like they get down, Kincaid had a great drive, and all of a sudden he throws it to Dawson Knox in the back of the end zone. It's just so frustrating.
Once Who Hames told me that he opted out of surgery for like the second year in a row, I'm just like, I can't trust him to stay on the field. But he can deliver you like 100+ yards if they really like favor that matchup in a given week. But the stack was the only reason. And I just don't feel like you need it that much. Like Allen, his rushing value is all you need. Like, you don't need to stack up Josh Allen ultimately. So in terms of my ranks, I think I'd just like Silver Rapture did. I think I'm Okonkwo over Kincaid. I think I'm Hunter Henry over Kincaid.
That's where I would be like, okay, where is that at? I'm T.J. Hawkinson over Kincaid. Hey, there's that.
That's too much for me.
Juwan Johnson, Britton Strange, like all these guys, I'm over Kincaid, man.
I'll take Juwan Johnson and Strange in the same tier at the very least, but I just don't quite. I can't get behind the Kincaid ADP. I think he's too expensive.
Yeah,
but it's annoying because it's a tier on the draft at tight end that I think is so valuable, but he feels like the most expensive one that just is incorrect, and it's only because of the stack. That's like the only argument I can think to why he goes there.
Yeah. Have you ever clicked Sadiq yet?
I used to take him like the last couple weeks before the draft. I was taking quite a bit. After the draft, I haven't taken him once.
Bro, why in your RB2 you take an injured running back over somebody like a Tyler Algier or a Pacheco, bro? Like, what are you doing, man?
This is where we say thank you for your donation.
Good night.
You can't write it off entirely when it's still early. Like a 20-round draft, there's a way to land the plane. But way too many receivers. Just I'm willing to write it off. You can start 4 receivers a week, though. There is that, but it's just not compelling enough to go in that direction.
I think, oh man, I really know what I want to do. I don't know. I'm curious to see what you think about this.
I think Rapture's going to snipe you again. That's probably what's going to happen. But I'll probably veto Hawkinson if you throw him out.
Nope, that's not that. It's not that.
Okay.
It's not that. I mean, yes, I want Hawkinson right now.
Right.
I would love him. I would say Brian Robinson and Nicholas Singleton. I would do both of those and then be done at running back.
I do like Singleton. I will say our receiver room still only has 3.
Stephon Diggs would be the other one. So I could go Brian Robinson and Stephon Diggs. I'm totally fine with that because there's another running back or two I wouldn't mind towards the back end too. So we can do that.
I think RB7 is going to give us less points than wide receiver 4.
I got you.
No, I'm good with that. Diggs here.
Completely good with that.
Let's do it.
Completely good with that.
I would bet against it. I think the chances are basically 0. But what if Diggs goes back to Buffalo? Is that is there a potential for that?
It would crush my DJ Moore shares. I tell you that.
I think he burned that bridge. I don't think it'll happen.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like the worst case scenario. I feel like pretty much everywhere he goes, he's going to get similar like volume to last season. Like I think he's going over 100 targets.
I thought that there was going to be a little underlying tone that no one was talking about him going back to the Vikings because Justin Jefferson really wanted him back. That
would be really interesting, but the Juwan Jennings
kind of crushed that. I think he lands with the Raiders, man. I really do.
I think that's a pretty ideal landing spot. Now that the court situation he got acquitted, right?
Yeah. Everything's all good to go.
Yeah, there's nothing to be worried about at all. The NFL doesn't care.
That'd be crazy if Tyreek Hill doesn't go to the Chiefs, but Stephon Diggs may do that, become the number 2 on the opposite side of Rasheed with Xavier Worthy in a slot.
He could. I could see him chase the ring for sure. Yeah. Not much else for him to do. And last year he was in the Super Bowl, so
that's crazy.
I think the talent is just like so much better than everyone else. And now that Jennings is in Minnesota, that's not the landing spot I wanted. So I at this point, I'm definitely Diggs over Juwan Jennings in my personal ranks. I don't think Jennings is bad and like not valuable, but I think Diggs still has higher upside.
Yeah.
Is there a quarter now? I think is the discussion where we're looking at handcuff quarterbacks. Is there one that you really like?
Mac Jones. It'd be either Mac Jones or Flacco, because if something goes to Purdy, he's got a great option. We've seen what he did. We can see what he does. Like one of them two, I think, could be a winner for you.
Man, well, Mac Jones is off the board. Mac Jones got sniped.
I wouldn't mind grabbing. Well, we can probably grab the other guy.
I think we can still wait on quarterback, but I at least want to get you thinking about it, because after this turn, we got picked 216 and 17, and at least I think some of the better options probably.
What is Flacco's ADP?
I think he's like 205 or something. Yeah, no, 230. Okay, I'm wrong. 230. But in general, it's a lobby that either is completely unaware and they fall, or it's a sharp lobby and they still get reached on by like 30 picks. So
yeah,
we can wait on it. This is probably too early to grab. But and we could just I at least want to get you thinking about it, because Fields is about to be on top of ADP.
Yeah, I don't like Justin Fields at all, man.
No, me neither. I don't. It's only if Mahomes goes down.
Yeah, I would probably go in Njoku for sure, and then I would either grab Ray Davis or Chris Bell here.
I am more in the Trey Harris,
even with Lad McConkey.
I guess it's not the end of the world, but in terms of like who I think can deliver, I like him. But if you like Chris Bell, we can go Chris Bell.
I think Chris can be the number 1 wide receiver there, and Trey Harris, he's still fighting as the wide receiver 3.
Your other one was Ray Davis, though. Which one? Do you want?
I think Ray Davis. I mean,
if you want Ray Davis and call it done, we do have Allen.
Ray Davis. I would do Ray Davis for sure.
That's fine.
I would probably do Chris Bell.
So we got 4 receivers, 3 rounds left. I think we're locked into like 2 receivers and a quarterback. Yeah. I think that's
we're done. I think we're done at running back for sure. We could be done at tight end. So we could grab like 2 receivers and a quarterback and just call it a wrap.
In that case, let's wait until pick 240 to take our quarterback.
We can just get whoever. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, you were trying to lobby for the 2 quarterback build. Let's lean in and literally take the most worthless, Mr. Irrelevant will be our QB3. How about that?
Chris Heineke. Let's go.
Is that a good compromise?
Yeah, I like it.
All right. With that in mind, I guess maybe we don't want to get sniped, but like,
there's literally like 5 people I can give you off the cuff right now to draft with those guys. Okay. I got a lot of people that I love my late round wide receivers, man.
Well, in that case, a reminder to the chat, we're winding down this stream. We're coming up on the 2-hour mark. If you watched for the majority of this stream and you haven't done so, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, subscribe to Bayou Bengal, hit the link in the description. I think I have it still in my clipboard. Nah, I do not. I was about to, I almost dropped every single NFL matchup when I made that that spreadsheet. But here we go. I got it in the description. I'm about to drop it in the chat for y'all. Follow the link. Give our boy a subscription. You said you had the channel for like 4 or 5 years. I noticed you had a bunch of shorts as well.
Yep.
Other than the live streams, do you mostly do shorts? You do long form videos?
I mostly do long form videos. I do a lot of shorts, sometimes during the season, mostly, but sometimes there's an off season because I do redraft, dynasty, best ball. I mean, pretty much almost everything that I cover on the channel, right? So I pretty much do a mix of almost everything you could think of. So,
valid point, Pepper Tony. Is there a specific like segment that you like look forward to the most every week during the season?
Not really one that I look forward to. I think this year I'm gonna try to do more like daily stuff that I'm kind of looking forward to right now and seeing what's going on. But usually during the season, it's just my weekly rankings that I drop for the most part.
Yeah, those can be time consuming. It's tough to veer off of them when they're kind of the most critical thing.
Yeah.
But I always try to think of like, are there any other like avenues in the weekly spaces that I'm like ignoring? So
yeah, probably not. Look, I would go Tank Dell here, and then I would also grab Vele.
Really, Tank Dell over Tesla at like a 30 pick ball.
I would.
I think I gotta veto you for once.
Veto it up. Then go Tesla and Dell. Then
what was your other wide receiver? Vele?
Vele, yeah, but that's fine. You can listen. Go tank. Because Tank Dell, like if he comes back healthy, like they're very optimistic, and he could be the deep guy for CJ Stroud. That could be some spike weeks, and you're taking him as your last wide receiver. I mean, shoot, I think it's fine.
I'll take him. You want him? I'll take him.
I know it looks like you want to throw up a little bit, but that's okay.
A little bit, a little bit, man. Like it's our room is thin, and like
it is. That's why I wouldn't be upset with taking a 7th wide receiver instead of a 3rd quarterback. But hey, because Vele could be great.
We have Allen and Nix. We have. How about we let the chat decide? Chat. What do you want? Do you want the 3rd quarterback or say fuck it? We grab wide receiver 7.
Told you your build's gonna be different with me, man.
Let them. I mean, you lucked into pick one. I would not tolerate this if we did not have like Allen or unless we got fucking Losimo's Lamar value.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But even Losimo got Lamar, Herbert, Malik Willis, and he took Penix as well. Like Losimo didn't fuck around.
Yeah.
There's TD Vulture with 5 quarterbacks, bro. Like other than
really Silver, 5. Carson Beck's one of them. I mean, he really just has 4. Come on. I mean, Carson Beck's not a quarterback, bro.
That's true. He has both Pittsburgh backups. So he also only has 2.
Yeah.
Well, he gets one of these guys for 1 week. Never mind. It's 1 week with Will Howard / Drew Allen.
Dude, Rodgers isn't getting hurt. That's a waste. I think those are wasted.
I think so too. But I think there are some scrolls that are not wasted. I think Jameis Winston is a phenomenal click in this.
Jameis would be outstanding.
Dart is going to miss time. He's missing at least 2 fucking games.
No, the question would be, do we need Winston more than some wide receiver help? Because it doesn't matter to me. I'm cool either way. But because the one, I mean, there's one wide receiver I like.
Well, there's Flowers, McConkey, Godwin, Diggs, Tesla, and Tank Dell.
I think it's fine.
We could get away with it.
It's gonna be either Winston or Vele, and you can pick whatever you want, man.
Vele, I gotta scroll way the fuck down to find
it. Love him, man.
I mean, Tyreek Hill's still there. Malik Washington there.
Tyreek Hill would be a swing for the fences, man, because he could, man.
Well, that's what Tank Dell is, bro.
I know.
Like, let's not pretend that's not what Tank Dell is.
I get it.
But I mean, I don't think we need 2 of them. We probably don't need 2.
I mean, he's gonna fall, isn't he?
No one in the chat has decided to fall on the sword. It seems like they're going Switzerland, going agnostic. But if the chat can come in,
yeah, go ahead and decide, man.
Because I'll tell you this: if it's up to me, I'm taking Winston.
Then take Winston. Let's do it.
We're doing Winston.
It's your money, not mine.
I'm taking Winston.
Winston could be a game winner, though.
Did you see his game against the Lions, brother?
Dude, he's got a lot of crazy good games, man.
He will chuck it, and with Neighbors, like I don't want to bet against him from a spike week standpoint. In this contest, final pick of the draft, give me a Jameis Winston for
sure.
For the vibes.
I think we did okay.
I like the team, man. I think the team is great. I think because we lucked into Allen, we got the luxury, and I think it paid off with big dividends. I like our Bo Nix with his rushing spike week potential, and then Jameis just to say fuck it, give me the third. I don't like the 2 quarterback build just from a foundational standpoint. I'll avoid that. But Henry, Brees, Kyron, pretty dope. Monungai, Rashad White with B-Rob and Ray Day. No complaints.
No, that's great.
Flowers and Lad McConkey are really the only ones we need in the lineup every single week. So Godwin.
If Diggs gets in a good situation, you got Chris Godwin and Stephon Diggs that can also plug in. You don't even really need Tesla or Dick Tank, though.
I like that we went Godwin instead of Jaden Reed for the sake of this, because like Reed doesn't give us that safety at all.
Yeah.
Godwin can at least like fill in with 10 points when we really are that desperate in a bye week situation. But Tesla, at least for the discount, I think was too juicy to pass up. And then if you're right about Tank Dell, then all the power to you. He was going in the 3rd round like 2 years ago. So we'll see. But we got plenty of flex contributors with Tucker Kraft, Travis Kelce, Isaiah Likely, and David Njoku.
That's good.
Maybe the only pick that we should have done differently was take Kincaid for this stack, that like other than Likely or Kelce. But I'm not upset at all.
Yeah. Solid, man.
Yeah, I'm happy with it. Can't complain with Allen as Superflex.
Oh yeah.
Never a problem.
Good team.
Let's see how Lolsimo finished up. We got Lamar, Herbo, Malik, and Penix, and then Quinshon, Pollard, Corum, Jones, Woody Marks, Emmanuel Wilson, Braylon Allen. So a little tricky down the stretch, but I think he pieced it together with some. You had to reach on Jones a little bit, but whatever. Lamb, AJ Brown, Evans, Jawan Jennings, Trey Harris, and Malik Washington. Love the stopping at 6. Andrews, Juwan Johnson, Terrence Ferguson.
I'm so frustrated with Terrence Ferguson, man. Why did they have to go draft another tight end? I was so high on Ferguson, man.
You're telling me, man. I took him at a 14% clip last year in the 18th round. He was my boy.
Yeah.
I think he can still be the guy that you want in LA, but it's too crowded to feel good about it. But he's a dog though, man. Like he can score from anywhere. I like him a lot, but it's just too fucking crowded. We got sniped by Silver Rapture a bunch. Let's take a look at his team. Purdy and Goff with Gibbs, Javonte, Beischel, Tootin, Rico Dowdle, Jalen Warren, Gainwell. He sniped us on Dowdle and Gainwell. That was sad.
Yeah.
Nico Tet, Michael Pittman, Naylor, Trey Tucker, Debo Samuel, and Kayshawn Booty. Not the most compelling, but some solid value there.
Naylor's been going so high too. If Stephon Diggs goes to the Raiders, that Naylor value is going to plummet. Like people are going to get real mad over that one.
Yeah,
he'll be irrelevant.
I've never talked myself into it. I feel like he's just someone that like the Raiders had so much fucking cap space, and it's hard for them to get anyone in free agency in the first place. It's like let's overpay for anyone that's like happy to sign early on. Just to lock up someone. Like I think that's really all that happened. But
I mean, they could have done they could have went and got themselves Jawan Jennings and then to go get Stephon Diggs, and now all of a sudden you got yourself some wide receivers out there. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe they get Debo. I don't think they're done. They have too much cap space, I think, remaining to be done. But tight end, he had Goddard, Okonkwo, Tonjes, and Jolie. He sniped us on Goddard as well, but can't blame him. Jolie's interesting because I have no faith in Ingram.
I like Jolie a lot. 6'3" guy.
I should probably start taking him a little bit. Maybe we could have taken it because of the Broncos correlation, but at least not today. He did commit to your strategy though. The
Smart
2 quarterback. How would you rate this team? Are you jealous of this team?
I mean, I like the team. I'm not gonna lie. I love their running back room. I think the quarterbacks are great. Brock Purdy and Golf is. I think it's fantastic. I mean, I like the team. I can't say anything about it. I mean, great. I think his wide receivers a little thin for me as far as talent wise, but maybe it's just me. I don't know. Debo Samuel could go somewhere good.
Yeah, I think the team is awesome. Personally, though, I would have taken that 3rd quarterback. Like swap out Booty with like a Jameis Winston or someone.
Yeah,
like we took, and I'm just a little just a tiny bit more excited because there's so many fucking quarterbacks that start down the stretch. There's so many teams that tank, so many injuries that happen. Like it's just, I think the last 3 years, there's been like an average of 60 quarterbacks that start at least one game in the NFL. So, but everything else is so good. It's a compelling strategy to use.
Can we look at, I don't know if we're done with going over the teams, but I would like to look at that last guy, see just what his running back room looked like.
Right. We definitely want to take a peek at AJ Sports. If anyone wants a team review before we finish, looks like Michael at 9 would like one.
Okay.
But he went Caleb, Kyler, Stroud, Jones, Brown, Charbonnet, Vidal is the third, Claiborne, Jordan James, and Jaden Blue. That's dog shit. That's hilarious. Holy shit.
That's the worst team I've ever seen. I'm sorry if you're watching. I'm so sorry.
Holy shit. Yeah. That is
dang, dude. So Blue, James, Claiborne, Vidal, Charbonnet may never even see the field this year.
Mm-hmm. No, he's got Chase Brown and a 0 until Halloween.
Trick or treat.
JSN, Adams, Waddle, Harrison, Pierce, Addison, and Myers. At least he stopped, but obviously not worth it.
His tight ends are ass too.
Yeah. Dog shit.
Wow. Whoa. I liked it.
Come on, man. Here's the thing. The only reason I think Danimal liked it is because he was right next to him.
Oh, I get it. Yeah.
He was right next to him. So he got all the falling value after those receiver picks came off the board. But he went 4 quarterbacks. Running backs are a little meh. But receivers a little meh as well. Not gonna. Oh yeah. Anytime you have Bowers, it's like
Bowers will F you quick.
Just kind of wrecks it. But we did have Team 9. This will be the last one. We got the Michael Wave, and then I'll let you out there. I know you're on the. It's 11 p.m. So I'll let you go. He goes Hurts, Dak Prescott, Darnold, and Mac Jones. So he's the one that pulled up Mac Jones.
Yeah.
Saquon and Hampton. That feels good with C-Rod, Bigsby, Wright, Marshawn Lloyd, and Trevor Etienne. My boy, Trevor Etienne. Fuck yeah. I always going to have this soft spot. Yeah. Here's the thing with Trevor. I always say Etienne. It's just the only reason I do it is for nostalgia purposes.
Yeah.
Got a soft spot. Devontae Smith is stacked. We got Burden, DJ Moore, Jaden Reed, Shakir, and Shaheed. I like it. That's a really good receiver room. Fannin, Gadsden, and Stowers. This is a decent tight end. I think Stowers is worthless, but I guess
depends if they use him as a rookie or not. Most of the time, rookie tight ends really don't do much unless you're one of those top guys, like your Warren, your Bowers, and stuff. But we'll see.
Goddard does get injured a lot, though. I will say, like Grant Calcaterra has been way more involved than like you would ever think. But he had Hurts, says it's worth a shot. It is basically oh no, that's not the final round. That's like round 17 or something. I wouldn't have done it even at a discount, but it's not my team. Running back. I mean, like, we might get something out of these 3, but like it's mainly just this commitment.
I do like Devin Wright too. I wish he had more of an opportunity, but with Ollie Gordon there too, is like he's not gonna get much backup run.
At least he's locked into Philly every week. That's not the end of the world, but a little thin at running back, just a little bit. All right. Any final thoughts for us, Troy, before we go?
No, man. I really do appreciate you allowing me to come over here and stream with you, man. Like I said, it was nice to meet you. It's nice to be on here. I'm always willing to come back and rock and roll with you anytime, man. Like I said to everybody, I'm getting really active now. I took almost a little bit of a year off because a lot of stuff going on. Because I was really heavy in the stream about 2 years ago. But now I'm back into it, man. I'm rocking and rolling. I stream pretty much almost every single day. So anybody wants to come by and say hello to me, I really appreciate it. And we're building out. I'm hoping to get to 1,500 subs before the beginning of the season. So we'll see how it goes. But other than that, man, like I said, I just want to say thank you, man. And I had a lot of fun tonight, man. Best of luck with all your goals professionally, personally, and best of health to you and your family.
and I really appreciate you coming on. This was a blast, man. I liked both of our teams. I thought we had some good discussions. I loved our Saints talk.
Yeah,
that was really fun. And I know you had a long day. You were sick yesterday, so thank you for pushing through on a late night stream. And definitely would like to have you back sometime. And if you like me on the channel, I'm happy to return the favor.
I could. I don't use like StreamYard stuff. I use Streamlabs OBS, and I can't have people on with that. So I'm thinking about switching a little bit, but I have so many different custom scenes. It's hard for me to switch over. But I would love to have people on my stream. I can't right now. But I'm thinking about switching just so I can. But yeah,
here's where I would maybe strategize for how you might want to do it, because I'm not planning to have StreamYard all year. But like with the channel, you can write it off on your taxes at the very least. As like a business expense. And then also if you want to like have a month where you have a bunch of guests on, you can plan it for that month and then just only pay for 1 month.
Yeah.
And then I also noticed if you take the free trial and then like when you're going to renew, there's a way to get it where they offer you a 50% discount as well. So if you're going to do that, take the trial and try to go about it that way. But if you only want to pay for 1 month, just plan it all in like a 1 month stretch and just kind of have like guests as much as possible.
Count it out. I like it.
That's one way I've thought about it. But I've also thought about just getting like a Zoom Pro subscription and then just like using OBS that way.
Yeah.
Because it's just sharing the screen is the only big problem.
That's true.
But I'm not convinced that's worth it. Anyways, thank you very much for coming in. And looks like we had a good turnout. I honestly don't have the page pulled up. I have no idea what the likes are at. But if y'all haven't done so already, drop a like on the way out. And a reminder, Bayou's channel is linked in the description. Head over there, give him a sub, and we will see you next time. Thank y'all for sticking with us, and peace out.